Hear now a prophecy spoken from the mouth of something old and unforgiving. The gods spoke thus, that there shall rise a man from suffering, who turns his pain into a stage and his tears into a currency that should come to buy the love of millions. And for a time he shall reign as the gentle confessor of the lost and lonely, his voice a balm, his laughter a blanket, yet beneath the warmth shall fester a rot that no audience can cure. A cancer of a metaphorical sense, for he shall lie and lie again until those very lies become the architecture of his very being. And when the watchers finally peer behind the curtain, they shall recoil at what grins back, and his throne of goodwill shall splinter beneath him as every alliance sours, every story unravels, and every mercy extended is revealed to have been devoured without gratitude and with an appetite insatiable. He shall thrash and rage and thrash against the dying of his relevance, each desperate act more ruinous than the last, until all that remains is a cautionary tale whispered as a warning to those who would build an empire on the pity of strangers. And when they tell it, they will whisper his name low, like the curse they dare not speak too loudly. Boogie2988. These ancient tomes tell the cautionary tale thus. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Red Thread.
So epic. It's probably entirely sincere as well. I don't think there was anything ironic about that. You truly do think that Boogie is a man of destiny, don't you?
He is my Homer's Odyssey. He is the figure that basically is like the most ancient Greek tragedy in modern retelling from my perspective anyway. He's my, like you said before we started, he is my white whale, the one that I find incredibly entertaining, at least during his downfall period where there was more of a genuine downfall. Nowadays, if anyone that knows of what Boogie2988 is like these days, it's very over the top performative, like he's leaning into it too much, and I don't find that at all interesting. But the previous 10 years or so of that, of when his sincere lies caught up to him, that was my shit. That was like crack cocaine for me. It was so good, so entertaining.
Yeah, leaning into it always kind of ruins the fun of a lol cow, doesn't it?
Yeah. When they become too self-aware, then it's not, because I just feel like I'm playing into their system or whatever and giving them what they want at that point, and that's not very entertaining to me. But when it's catching someone out on lies that he earnestly believed that he would get away with throughout time, and all these lies catching up to him, and him desperately trying to salvage the situation to no avail, that stuff is very entertaining. And Boogie, I know that Chris Chan, our trilogy on Chris Chan, or quintology, how many did we do? Like 4 or 5?
Yeah, I reckon it's a quintology. No, come on, it's a trilogy with an epilogue.
Yeah, basically. So regardless, like that is, Chris Chan is the figure you think of when you think of the term lolcow. It's like Chris Chan created the term lolcow, really. Like that is the,
and no one will ever
lolcow.
beat him.
No one will ever beat Chris Chan.
It's pretty hard to beat fucking your mum for the lols.
Yeah. But that comes into the Boogie story as well. Actually, we'll get to that eventually.
But okay.
Not in.
He tried to outcompete, did he?
Yeah.
You went your mum? I'm gonna go my dad.
You are way closer than you have any right to be. It's also,
you are the perfect person to be doing this with. You are the Boogie equivalent of a Christorian.
Yeah, I was thinking of what that would be, like a boogieographer.
Boogieographer.
That's not bad, actually.
Boogieologist. Huh?
Right off the dome, boogieographer is not bad.
Oh, was that right off the dome?
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
I thought you were cooking that up all night. I thought that was why we started late today, because you were like, I'm going to need 3 hours to
come up with a term for myself. No, I just sincerely Well, that term's probably been used before. But yeah, Boogie is the only lolcow that I've ever really followed from before he was a lolcow. Not in the sense that I enjoyed his early 2010s content when he was still seen as the fat, nice guy character. But like, I followed him as soon as the downfall started, basically. So I knew of the context before that. I knew that he was like, you know, the classic kind of fat gamer who raged on video, and that's what got him famous as the Francis character. You've probably all seen it if you've been on the internet at any point between like 2006 and 2015. You've probably seen those videos. So I knew the context of that beforehand, but I only ever really followed Boogie during the period where it started getting interesting. So I don't actually know too much about his upbringing or the early years of his YouTube career other than those basics, but I am an expert on everything that came afterwards. I'll give myself credit there. But as we'll come to find out, Boogie is another, like all lolcows, perpetually exists online. Like, I don't think he ever leaves the internet to any kind of degree that would be helpful for him. So, and he's been on the internet since like 2006 in this capacity. So there's about 2 decades worth of history of Boogie on the internet to comb through. It's going to be quite exhaustive. Not all of it is going to be incredibly entertaining, but I think we need to still talk about the early years so that we have context for what would come later on.
No, this really is going to be more of an academic paper. This is Jackson submitting his PhD.
Yeah, I'm ready for my doctorate.
Yeah. And it's just like, you know, like, it might not all be interesting, but, you know, sometimes things that are important aren't interesting, and the context matters. Yeah, you are. You're a professor in this shit.
I'm trying to do my deed to society. Huh? My good deed to society is to teach everyone about Boogie so that they can use the lessons. And of course, that's not going to be, all of it's not going to be interesting, but hey, you'll take something away from it, I think. I think that's what the important part of this is.
Yes. This is an educational podcast.
As you can see by the name of the episode.
Talking weasels.
As you can see by the name of the episode, which is The Weight of It All, The Fall of Boogie2988. Very educational.
Oh, man, I would love to see you submit that to, like, Macquarie University. Get that professionally, academically marked.
There has to be.
I think that'd be a fan, man.
There has to be a degree from some college out there about, like, internet subculture analysis or something. Historian, but
I mean, you'd ace that.
Internet culture.
You wouldn't need to study. Huh?
No, I would not ace that.
Yes, you would. What are you talking about?
No, there are people out there that live just as online as like Boogie and Chris Chan do, but in the opposite direction of like over the top analysis and compilation of information on these people, like the people that make these episodes possible.
Right.
And they'd ace it. I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, I'm just a tourist.
You classify yourself as a tourist?
Yeah, I do. In comparison, yeah, absolutely. I think everyone would.
All right. Well, Jackson, look, if you're a tourist, I think I'm someone from the 1600s that isn't even aware that continent exists yet.
Yeah, you're like some weird time traveler.
Yeah.
Honestly, you are. I do feel, every time we talk about one of these cases, I do feel like I've dragged you from like the 1500s and I'm talking to a medieval peasant who has no notion of the internet nor what a lolcow is. So that's kind of interesting in of itself.
Thank you. Thank you for laughing at my pity. That's very, I guess that's a compliment.
It's a compliment.
I don't know what the fuck that is, really. Like, it's not really insulting. It's not really, I suppose it's just a fact.
It's just a fact. And it's not even
a fact.
It is a compliment because like I said, people like Boogie and Chris Chan live their entire lives on the internet and you can see what it's done to them. Meanwhile,
it's done wonders.
You've somehow
entire careers.
You've somehow like got the best of every situation possible. You've avoided the negative consequences of being terminally online, which I'm sure over the next decade we'll come to find have absolutely stunted human evolution to some degree. And also, but you get
brutal.
You get to reap the benefits of having a career online as well. Like you get the best of both worlds.
I've absolutely aced life. I am the opposite of Boogie.
And now I'm here to ruin it for you by teaching you more about this kind of stuff.
What?
I'm here to ruin it, all of those, those games that you've had now over the last 20 years of avoiding this kind of shit by forcing you to listen to it. It's great.
I do honestly feel like that's what's happening in this show. Like all my spiritual gains, another layer of it is taken away when you're like, do you know about this pedo on TikTok?
You could have gone your whole life without knowing.
To it for hours.
So good. And I get paid for it.
I know. Dude, come on. Who's the real winner here?
It's a dream come true. This is what I always wanted to do. Was ruin some medieval farmer's life once I dragged them from the 15th century.
I think everybody does secretly want to do that, don't they? People do want to corrupt a medieval farmer.
That'd be so entertaining.
Just be like, hey, just have a bump, mate. Yeah, it's fine. Like everyone wants to do that.
Give them hardcore drugs.
Yeah.
Fuck, that'd be sick.
And also just like kind of give them a heart attack by showing them a credit card.
Or internet pornography.
Dude, could you imagine coming from the Middle Ages and seeing internet pornography? I honestly reckon it would be scary. I honestly think that you would look at women now with all the plastic surgery they have in their completely shaved hoo-has, and you just like, I'm looking at an alien. I'm not even looking at a human being. I reckon that they wouldn't even get an erection looking at it.
I would like to show them like hentai.
Dude, I think that hentai would be like, you know how like sometimes ships would come along and natives along islands wouldn't notice it because it's just so far out of their reality. Like, come on. Looking at a cartoon getting fucked by a squid is so far out of like a medieval person's day-to-day life of harvesting corn.
The brain would just immediately explode. Where you say it just looks like lines, they can't even like discern.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'd be like a dog looking at a TV and just be squiggly lines. Like they wouldn't be able to register it.
How did we register it then?
Because it was kind of just like, I don't know, Playboy in the 50s, 70s was like, oh, look, there's a vagina. And it was like, oh, what happens if we shave it? And then, like, after a while, it was kind of like, this looks like a vagina, doesn't it? Huh?
Top scientists gave the conclusion, they dared ask the question of what would happen if we shaved it.
But dude, haven't you ever seen, like, porn from the 70s? It's fucking... Like, it's like in reverse. You can't get a boner looking at it. I challenge you to get a boner looking at porn from the 70s.
Hey,
like,
speak for yourself.
Or everyone has bad teeth.
Speak for yourself.
Jackson is a man of vintage.
I am. Okay. We're getting way off track already. But it does come up. Honestly, every kind of tangent you could take in this episode, I promise you that Boogie... It's relevant to Boogie somehow, and this discussion about porn is relevant to Boogie as well.
I'm sure that'd be relevant to Boogie.
Yeah,
you can't be that fat and not consume copious amounts of porn.
There's going to be teasers of Boogie-isms that come up in future episodes, so I will make note of that, and I'll say that there's stuff coming down the line in the next 2 parts. But yeah, there's stuff that we'll be touching on. So if you don't hear exactly what you want to hear from this episode in terms of like, the specific things that Boogie gets up to, the drama that he's involved in. Yeah, first, shut up and stop whinging, but also just wait. Everything is coming, I promise you. This is a comprehensive history of Boogie2988.
Analysis.
When looking for a prime case study of a fall from grace from internet stardom, it's hard to find a better example than Boogie2988. As someone with an alleged traumatic upbringing and lifelong struggle with obesity, many saw his rise to online fame as a well-deserved turnaround in fortune. Boogie found success on YouTube during its relative infancy in the late 2000s and early 2010s. Back then, it didn't take much to go viral, and thanks to a shout-out from one of the most prominent YouTube creators at the time, his success skyrocketed. Aided by the ever-increasing interest and attention in online gaming content and media, which of course was right up Boogie's alley, this was the perfect opportunity for Boogie to stake his claim in a growing audience, and that's exactly what happened. Although some people saw his videos and laughed at him rather than with him due to his prominent physical size, and were unaware he was usually playing a character, which is up for debate, Boogie was still able to establish a dedicated fan base. When not playing his characters, Boogie appeared to provide a calm and balanced opinion about topics he spoke about, while still calling out bullshit in the gaming industry when he saw it. He was also able to draw on his own experiences when talking about serious topics such as health, abuse, and grief to connect with viewers. However, over time, the cracks in Boogie's character began to surface, and more of his then massive audience began to wonder if he really was the authentic and kind person they believed him to be. From irritating centrality on hot button issues to an ever developing victim complex, reckless financial decisions, questionable relationship choices, being arrested for a crime involving a firearm, crypto scams, and one of the most despicable deceptions in YouTuber history involving lying about a terminal illness. This is the complete story of the rise and fall of Stephen Jason Williams, otherwise known as Boogie2988. To cover this story earnestly and to create the impact a story of this sort should have, one must first cover the rise so that the eventual fall has context. That's what this part in this multi-part series aims to accomplish. So exactly how did the so-called Mr. Rogers of YouTube go from being seen as a heavy-set saint and celebrated gamer to being seen in the same vein and spirit as a figure like Chris Chan? Let's find out in this special three-parter. This is The Weight of It All, The Fall of Boogie2988.
You gotta love that title.
So good.
That actually is why we started late. I really need to reiterate this. Jackson last night said, can we start this at 1? We were supposed to start it at 10. And it was because he was thinking about that title. And it was worth every minute. You should be very proud of that, Jackson.
It's my greatest accomplishment of all time. My ability to make fun of Boogie in very, very childish ways.
You have learned well.
Do you know anything about Boogie beyond just the character, the Francis character?
I know the general, every now and then he comes up in some sort of drama. The most that I've ever been exposed to Boogie is that documentary that someone did that all the YouTubers were saying, you've got to go watch this. And I did watch it and I was like, yeah, this is, I mean, it can't not be slop when you're talking about Boogie, but this is top shelf slop. This is Savion Blanc slop. You know what I'm talking about?
What do you mean by slop in this sense? Like
well, you're obviously
TLC
talking about
kind
a
of stuff.
YouTuber. It's kind of talking the same points, but it was well done. It was very well done.
So slop means good in your eyes?
I don't see a negative connotation to slop. I kind of just see it as like a category of shit.
I mean,
Shit's
yes.
not necessarily bad.
Yeah, but shit it says more about you than slop as a form of content, I suppose. Stephen Jason Williams was born on the 24th of July, 1974 in Abingdon. That can't be a real place. Abingdon, Virginia. Abingdon.
It must be Abingdon.
No, Abingdon, Virginia.
Abingdon.
Abingdon, Virginia. He was the youngest of 3 children with a brother, Brian, and a sister, Carla. Stephen's mother was a teacher and his father was a coal miner and volunteer firefighter. I believe that his mother was like a volunteer teacher as well. She was probably a teacher, like a proper paid teacher before that, but she was a teacher with disenfranchised children for like a strong majority of her career. So keep that in mind. And his dad was a volunteer firefighter as well. So both, just from this sentence, both seem like pretty upstanding citizens or something. Like that they contributed, it seems, to their communities.
And so did Boogie.
Yes.
Yeah. Genes matter, guys.
He spent much of his childhood in the small mining town of St. Paul, Virginia, which only had about 1,000 residents. After his older siblings left home to move on with their lives, Stephen was left with his parents at the age of 9. Stephen's loneliness was exacerbated due to being very vulnerable to illnesses as a child. He was hospitalized for pneumonia 5 times before the age of 4, had asthma and difficulty breathing, had numerous allergies and many more health issues. He even had an extreme case where he got pneumonia and chickenpox at the same time, ending up in an oxygen tank. Or tent,
Damn.
not a tent. This resulted in Stephen spending most of his time indoors, missing a lot of school and getting very little physical activity. This, combined with other factors, led to rapid weight gain early on in his life. We have a picture here of him as a kid. Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's 4 years old here and already significantly overweight.
Why did he have long curly locks of hair like he's some sort of cherub painted in the fucking 1600s
He does.
around a
He
naked
does
woman in
kind
a
of look
plant.
like Cupid here or something, like some kind of
He looks like a fat
Renaissance drawing of Cupid.
Fat Cupid if he fucked a turtle.
What? Where's the turtle come from?
I don't know. Don't you think he's got quite a little face about him?
He's one of those kids that looks older than his age, basically. Like
he already looks 40 years old.
Yeah. I think it's the glasses and also the heavy onset weight already playing a part in that.
Like, he does actually look like he could work as like a mid-tier accountant.
He looks like he could be a manager of a law firm or something. Yeah. Also, I do want to make the note before we continue that a lot of the information that we talk about in the episode, especially to do with his childhood, is from the source of Boogie himself. So take that, take all of this with a grain of salt about how, like, whether or not he had pneumonia or chickenpox, whether he did end up in an oxygen tent, whether he was bullied, all of that kind of stuff. I'm sure he was bullied probably, but at the same time,
you can't not be bullied. Again, he looks 40 when he's 4.
Yeah, but
you're gonna get bullied.
It's a spoiler right now, but Boogie is let's say a dedicated liar. He will lie for no reason. What's the word I'm looking for? When compulsive liar. Yeah, he's a compulsive liar. When there's not even a reason to lie, he will lie.
He'll lie anyway.
So just keep that in mind about this kind of information about his early life. There's some facts in here that we've gleaned from other sources, but a lot of this stuff, especially about his early life, comes from Boogie himself, who has let's say, a reason to lie about this kind of stuff as well.
Oh, okay. Fuck, dude, you know more about Boogie than Boogie does. I swear. I honestly think that's true. You probably know more about him than his mum.
Well, I think his mum was
neglectful, according to Boogie.
I do probably know more about Boogie. I feel like he lies about his life so much that even he can't discern truth from fiction now.
Wow. Fuck, dude, you've done a read on him, hey?
I sincerely kind of believe that, in the sense that, like, to lie so much about your life, I feel like you have to, at some point, delude your own brain into to keep up the act. You have to kind of believe the things you're saying, right?
Quite an insightful observation, Jackson, and I completely agree with it, having no degree in psychology. But I think that actually does make a lot of sense. Because how else can you keep going, you know?
Yeah, I feel like you would have to... living in a constant state of lying has to be extremely tiring to keep everything consistent as well.
Totally.
So I think the brain's defense against that is just to convince yourself that it's true. I'm sure there is a psychological diagnosis or criteria for that or something, or something that's actually a concept in psychology that explains that, and it might not have to do anything to do with Boogie. That's just my conjecture, but it sounds rational and reasonable to believe that.
Yeah, I honestly feel like, you know, the old Asmongold meme, I don't have to read anything to know. I actually think that's true with you, Jackson.
What? What's true? I don't need to read anything.
You can kind of just vibe things out, and I'm kind of like, yeah, that sounds about right. I'm not going to bother looking that up.
You should not do that with me. I've been wrong many times.
I think I should. Man, a man that shows this much... The fact that you have devoted your life to Boogie shows that you have dedication.
Well, I'm kind of doing it myself. Like I said, I don't know this for sure, but I'm acting with such confidence about it that I've convinced myself that it's true. Therefore, the same concept can be extended to
this concept
Boogie about lying. Yeah. So
damn, Jackson
I've proven
owned himself.
me right. I've proven me right by being
self-owned with facts and logic.
I've proven myself right by being aggressively stupid. It's an interesting strategy.
Damn, one-man debate.
Stephen's childhood and teenage years were admittedly riddled with struggle and depression. His father, Carl, was an aggressive alcoholic, having consumed anywhere between 20 to 30 beers a day, lightweight, and his mother, Wanda, was also guilty of partaking in reported abusive behavior against Stephen. In a 2011 Reddit Ask Me Anything thread, Stephen discussed his physical and mental abuse by both his parents, even admitting his plans to document his ordeal in a book that would, quote, rival Stephen King, end quote, showing just how narcissistic Stephen already was about his life early on.
Well, so that's true, but also, love Stephen, but not all of his works are his best works, and he has a lot of works, so maybe it could. There's a lot of shit in that pulp.
Yeah, and Stephen's life is a modern day horror story, so it could potentially be a Stephen King book. Also,
Stephen King classic.
Stephen King gets so much credit, but I just want to remind everyone that he has a chapter in it where he writes in extensive detail about an underage orgy in the sewers. I'm never letting that go.
Why are you not letting that go? It's a horror book.
What
You're
does
allowed to write about unsavory orgies in a horror book.
Because it doesn't have anything to do with. I mean, it does have something to do with the plot. It's like the reason that chapter exists is to show the group coming together and forming a friendship bond so strong that it beats Pennywise. But at the same time, like, it's so unnecessary. You could have showed that through other ways that don't involve the one girl getting the one underage girl getting a train run on her by 6 other underage kids. Like, that's so fucking weird to write about.
Really?
What do you mean,
it's
really?
A gangbang scene.
No, I'm serious. It is an orgy in the sewers.
What the fuck?
Involving only children. You didn't know about this?
No, I don't read Stephen King. I just watch the movies.
I swear, if more people knew about this, he wouldn't get as much credit as he gets, because it's fucking weird. I know that he was like permanently on drugs while he was writing all of like his main bestsellers, but at the same time, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, come on, Jackson. You have to pay that. I love the idea of a pulp fiction writer in the 80s snorting heaps of lines, being like,
oh, yeah.
I'm going to write it about a dog. Actually, I'm going to put my name in it as a pen name. Can it still sell? Have I still got it? It's like, dude, he lived the life.
Yes. Up until he wrote about an underage gangbang in the sewers. He's to go back to my Greek tragedy, he's like Icarus. He flew way too close to the sun. It was he went too high. He went too high.
All right. This is Jackson's official summary of that man's career. Gross. Is that it?
Yeah, that part of it, yes, extremely gross. And again, unnecessary. If it had some kind of narrative reason or rationale for it being included, and you need to pass a pretty fucking high bar to include an underage orgy in your book in terms of if it's necessary or not, and it didn't pass that test at all. It just came out of nowhere.
Well, yeah, that's all of Stephen King, isn't it? It's just it really is. Dude, you're reading a Coke binge.
You read it. Read that chapter, and you tell me if it's necessary. Let's say.
All right. I never will, because I can't retain enough attention to read books anymore. A lot to do with this pod. Thank you very much, Jackson.
You're welcome. We have a post here from UberWolf0, which is Boogie's Reddit username. He says, this is in response to a person who said, the fact that you've posted this impresses me more than this little post can say. Kudos for having the huevos to post this with all the haters on here. Yours must be made of steel. And then it seems like there's a link to something called bumpernutssteel.jpg, which I imagine is a picture of testicles made out of steel. Boogie replies saying, quote, "Thank you, my friend. I have a very, very thick skin. I think it comes from a childhood of abuse combined with a lifetime of being mocked and made fun of. As a teenager, it bothered me something serious, and I often considered suicide. I find it thrilling I survived my own childhood. Combine that with a haters gonna hate attitude, and I can endure anything." End quote. Which is incredible, referring to him as a person with very, very thick skin, because as we'll come to find out, Boogie is very thin-skinned about criticism.
There's no way.
He cannot handle criticism at all. You cannot
describe yourself as being thick-skinned.
No,
and it being true. It's just not. It's like when people say I'm a nice person.
Exactly. These kind of compliments or self-compliments have to come from other people for them to be earnest, I think. Those kinds of ones.
Yeah.
You can't just label yourself as I deal with criticism great and have me believe you. That sounds like massive cope.
Yeah.
But regardless, we already know that he's got thin skin. He will fester on criticism for months at a time and lie to get himself out of criticism. And he does not deal very well with being mocked and made fun of. So no, he does not have a haters gonna hate attitude and he cannot do anything. I'm going to push back on that one. We have another comment here from someone who says, quote, "What kind of abuse did you suffer and who was the abuser? Are there any consequences of the abuse that make you a better person today?" Boogie replies, quote, "My father was an angry alcoholic. My mother was insane. As a child, I had every type of abuse you could imagine done to me dozens and dozens of times. It was not a rare occurrence. It was not a common occurrence. It was a daily one. I was cut, burnt, choked, slapped, broken, screamed at, tortured both mentally and physically. I could write a book about it that could rival Stephen King. I plan one day to actually do so," end quote. So yes, he's talking about his level of abuse that his family inflicted upon him. And what you'll find, this post was from 15 years ago, so pretty early on in his career. And what you'll actually find is the scale of abuse throughout the years of Boogie's career will grow to be more extensive than even this. It will grow to be even more detailed than this. And it'll grow to involve people other than just his father and mother as time goes on. Almost like the story just keeps building on itself. And I'm not going to make the claim that he wasn't abused, okay? But I'm just saying that he is at this point, a proven chronic liar, and you cannot take anything he says at face value. And I'm not saying that this is directly a lie, but I just am saying that these kinds of claims about abuse that play into his victim complex that he definitely has. He definitely has a victim complex. These stories that play into that need to be heavily scrutinized at this point, as is most of the things that come out of Boogie's mouth. They need to be heavily scrutinized. He continues, another post here. Quote, "My father died in 2001 due to lung cancer from a lifetime of chain smoking and coal mining." Not a good combination. 8 years before that, he had a stroke.
Sorry.
Huh?
It does just sound like it sounds like a fiction trope, doesn't it? Some guy in a coal mine just being like, yeah, okay, jig that in. Oh, I didn't inhale cigarettes and that. I just may as well just breathe into the tunnel here, you know.
Over the top level of trying to die from lung cancer.
Yeah.
8 years before that, he had a stroke related to his alcoholism that left him a shattered shell of a man. So in short, I barely knew him beyond the abuse. My mother, I fought hard and long to maintain an adult relationship with. It was difficult as the mental abuse was something she perpetuated even on her deathbed. As I held her hand in her last aware moments, she cried for my brother who refused to come and reminded me that he was her favorite. Sad face emoji. Sad face emoji. So performative. I put her ashes inside the mausoleum. And remember, this is just in these replies that I'm reading are just comments from him in an Ask Me Anything thread. I know. I put her ashes inside the mausoleum that her parents are encased in. I saw it through to the very end. I spoke at her funeral. I loved her and I loved what she made me. Her story is twofold, honestly. She was crazy. Her abuse was compulsive. She was broken. But in the end, she was a very strong, very good-hearted person. She taught preschool for underprivileged children through the Head Start program in an attempt to make up for the things she did to ruin our lives. I will always have a bittersweet love for her. This is a thing that Boogie will always do. He'll always lay blame at other people, but he will do so in a way where he retains the good guy position of not looking like he's not throwing shade at you. So he'll insult people, but then he'll be like, "But I still love you." You know, that kind of vibe. That kind of like I can't really put it in any way other than like he tries to look like a good Christian person without being a Christian. Obviously, like he looks through people's faults and he'll choose to look at the good elements of you. But he does so in such a slimy way where it's so obvious that all of that is just fancy coloring or fancy noise to hide the fact that he's just insulted you and called you a horrible thing or you know, criticize some element of your behavior or something.
That is a deep observation, Jackson.
You'll see it a lot, and he's doing that right here. He can't ever look like he's just criticizing someone. He has to be the stronger, better person by criticizing you, yes, but by then also extending an olive branch and looking like he's merciful, guys. He's actually a nice guy. Even though this woman abused him for his entire life, he still sees the good in her. It's such an obnoxious, manipulative trait. I hate it.
Do you? What, does that give you the shits particularly, does
No,
it?
it gives me a shit. It absolutely gives me the shits when it's not earnest. If you're just doing that to paint yourself in a positive light, yeah, it's not earnest. I don't like that.
No, yeah, I know. It's just like, I didn't realize this would be a particular pet peeve of yours.
Everything about Boogie's behavior traits and manipulation tactics are a pet peeve of mine.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, everything. He is narcissist 101. He is manipulation expert 101 who got away with it for like 15 years. So yeah, it pisses me off.
Is that why you think you got so into him?
Yeah, potentially. Also, maybe
it was sort of like hate watching. It was just like, oh my God. And it kind of, I don't know, made you feel good just being like, oh, that's another reason that he's a cunt.
Yeah. I think there's an element of that. Also, the fact that like I was going crazy seeing these traits in him, and everyone else was kind of just ignoring them. I felt like I was going crazy.
Oh, really? What? So
things.
you were hating him before it was cool?
No, there were definitely certainly other haters at the time. Again, like there was a subreddit at the time, and this is a deep cut for people who have been following this as well. There was a subreddit called Sam and Toki that I used to follow pretty extensively that compiled a lot of information about Boogie, and then Boogie eventually, well, it's suggested, let's say, or it's believed that he had a hand in getting that subreddit deleted. So, yeah, there was a subreddit that compiled a lot of this information, and I remember reading through all this, and he was still very popular at the time, and a lot of people didn't have the kind of notion that, you know, I'm talking about right now of what a manipulative person he was and all the horrible things that he had done. So I had read through all this, and I was like, damn it, how's he getting away with this? It's so frustrating.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I know exactly that feeling.
Yeah, but it was more.
That is an awful feeling. Like just in my own field of work, when no one else sees what you like. I don't know. You've done all the work in your head, and obviously no one else is invested in it. But I don't know. For some reason, that is a really annoying thing to happen. Sorry, continue on though, Jack.
Again, it kind of sounds like I'm painting myself as the victim here, the misunderstood Jackson who saw through the smokes and mirrors and no one else believed me.
No, you're just more interested in it than the average person.
There's definitely, I want to put this out there and admit that, yes, I did find a lot of enjoyment in reading about Boogie and all the stuff that he was, you know, lying about. And all the connections people were making. It was very interesting. But at the same time, like the traits of Boogie, like the personality traits are traits that I find very annoying regardless. Like that it's kind of like a narcissistic, but again, with the trait that I'm talking about right now, a narcissistic person painting himself as a good guy and creating that image surrounding himself, manipulating everyone into believing he's a good guy while still earnestly being a vindictive, you know, piece of shit. Yeah, I mean, that's just an annoying personality trait. And maybe I've known a few people like that in my life as well. And yeah, it's just.
Nah, yeah, like that trait that you're talking about, I think everybody has met someone like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of cool. It's like, yeah, Boogie is a perfect amalgamation of a bunch of narcissistic traits that I think people have observed in others in their life. And let's be honest, everyone would have some of those traits themselves.
Yeah. If you want to get really deep.
The next level.
We want to get really deep and psychology pilled right now. Maybe we hate Boogie because we see ourselves in him.
Is that a common thing that people say about him?
No, I don't know. No, it's just a common thing that people say about anything.
Say full stop, yeah.
We were the Boogies all
along.
Yeah. He continues, quote, I will always have a bittersweet love for her. I miss her every day and I wish I could see her and tell her I love her, even though I don't think she deserved to hear those words from me. I don't fucking know, honestly. I'm still so very, very broken because of it. I've lost more sleep over it than you can imagine, but I loved her in spite of it all. Maybe more so because I understood that it was compulsive and she fought every day to not only deny the impulse, but to do the exact opposite and be kind to this world, end quote. 575 upvotes as well on that one. I do want to make the note that, of course, everyone would believe people like this earnestly. Like we all want to believe people innately, obviously. Give people the benefit of the doubt, especially when they're talking about traumatic stories such as childhood abuse. So I don't fault anyone for believing this, and it's only through hindsight and years of chronic lying from Boogie that do we look back at these kinds of things with raised eyebrows. And also to people listening right now who are totally new to Boogie, it might sound like we're just making fun of a childhood abuse survivor. Please give us the benefit of the doubt and know that he eventually through this story does horrible things and is caught with his pants down, lying about horrible things, times, basically. There are
Sometimes
many examples.
literally.
I mean, his pants have been off in several videos, yes.
Okay, there we go.
But
Very good.
just to spoil it, he does directly lie to his audience about terminal illness, having a terminal illness to get pity from them. So
it's a tactic of his, right? Like the basic tactic that this guy has learned as a survival strategy to get through life is feel sorry for me, right?
Yes, pity me.
Yeah,
yes,
pity me.
Absolutely. And of course, that could come from a childhood of abuse. But you know, this is a situation of the boy who cried wolf at this point. Like he's lied about so much, you can't earnestly believe him and give him that benefit of the doubt of any stories that he have told. I need pretty substantial evidence to believe anything that Boogie says now, and anyone should also because he's proven. Like, think about it, right? Lying about a terminal illness. That's about the worst thing you can do in terms of lying.
It's not great, is it? It's really not great.
And it's so from my perspective, lying about childhood abuse is not that far off from being able to lie about having a terminal illness, right?
No, it really isn't. Yeah. I mean, like, in fact, that's kind of entry level lies. I think don't you think that everybody thinks that they had a bad childhood?
Yeah,
you get the occasional guy that's like a real Christian Chad that's like, I love my parents. But everybody else, I don't know, in the West, it's just so common to be like, oh, it was the worst.
Yes. Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think most people lie about their childhood to the extent that potentially
No.
Boogie
They just think that it was worse than it is. They're not going out of their way. Again, like it's Boogie's survival strategy is you should feel sorry for me at all times.
It's a different thing to then vocalize that and label your parents as physical abusers and things like that.
Yeah, no, that's twisted stuff. Don't you reckon?
Mm-hmm. And again, I think he's capable of it because he lies about similar things in the future, like terminal illnesses. So I know it seems callous to suggest that he could be lying about being abused as a child, but again, there is a basis for it, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Someone continues, how has your weight affected your sex life? I just wanted to throw a few more of these AMA comments in here because they were kind of funny and they kind of speak to future things about how he is a little bit, let's say, misogynistic. So someone said, how has your weight affected your sex life? He says, quote, well, firstly, it made it more difficult to nail shallow women. Casual sex is not something that has or ever will happen in my life. I have to really get to know someone and care about them before I share my body.
Yes, Boogie is the prize, ladies.
I forgot about that one.
Share my body. Dude, why does he sound like some
18-year-old girl?
Princess in a tower virgin.
Yeah. So virginal.
Dude, that's so good. I've never ever thought that a fat man would say that.
Before I share my body.
He's funny as fuck. I can see how you plunged a decade of life force into this. It was well and truly
so many things like this where it's like, what are you even saying? What led you to say before I share my body? How do you picture yourself? Clearly, you know that you're fat and unattractive. So what leads you to say before I share my body? Plus, again, as we'll come to find out in the future, he does not have any issue with sharing his body. There are many videos of him naked, well, relatively naked, and also in embarrassing, compromising situations. And also, he's a slut. I'm sorry, but we'll find out eventually. He's active use of, let's say, sex workers. So I don't think he cares anything about who shares his body with him, honestly.
Share body.
So already we're stumbling across lies that aren't even relevant, really. Because of that, he continues, because of that, I've only been with about 6 women in my lifetime. Also, at the time, he was 36, just for context.
No,
Though I've
that's a bit
dated-
brutal. Chronically single.
Though I've dated and got into third base quite more often than
Oh
that.
my god, third base,
Winky.
36.
Talking about third base when you're 36 is absolutely devious.
It's so fucking weird.
You're a 36-year-old obese man and you're talking about sharing my body with the right person and also talking about third base. He's like perpetually, he's perpetually like 15
Yeah.
and also a woman. Like, what is up with that?
And also just phrases things in that really nerdy, milady way.
Yeah. It's like try hard. Like, look how empathetic and sensitive I am, ladies. But also, what is third
Very
base?
sexy. I'm sorry. Like, okay.
I thought third base was
every
just sex.
woman's. Huh?
I thought third base was sex. Is that not like right at the end? 1, 2,
Okay, well,
3.
that was just a very somebody hasn't reached
Yeah.
a home run yet.
Am I there yet?
Guys, I think I've done it.
What are the
think I've
I
got
never
it.
needed to know about the fucking bases. It was always such a fucking dumb concept.
Oh, yeah, because you were just doing a 100-meter
I was-
dash from the very
yeah.
beginning. You were just such a fucking Chad Jackson.
In many ways, a 100-meter dash. It was over before it even began.
That's why you've never reached a home run, because you've never made contact.
I've never been on the
You
field.
went too quick.
No, but seriously, third base, what is it? Which one's
Oh
that?
my God, Jackson. I can't believe you're being serious about this.
I am.
Okay. First base is kissing.
Okay.
Second base. I can't believe I'm explaining this to you. Second
More
base
detail,
is-
please. Is it French kissing? Continue.
Second base is fingy wingies.
Okay.
Third base is wiggly wigglies. And
What's wiggly
first-
wigglies? Wait. What's wiggly wigglies?
Just your tongue.
Oh, third base is going down on women? Wouldn't that? See, I just kind of associated that all as the same base. Like,
Why would you associate that as the same base?
Okay,
They're
so
different things.
I thought first base was like, holding hands or kissing, very like, first date kind of shit. And then second base was like foreplay, which is what those things are.
Thank you for your edification, Jackson.
How is it not? How? Okay, whatever. So third base is oral sex. Got it. I'm glad I've figured that out. Now I can enter a baseball
Jackson is
arena.
educating me on a fat man, and I am educating Jackson on how to have sex.
You're gonna have to show me in person. Because I knew that I would be large. Oh, this is still a quote from Boogie. This is so dumb.
Sorry, go on.
I'm sorry I wasn't as lucky as you. Quote, because I knew that I would be large, I skilled myself in a lot of other areas. All of the other things a man can do to a woman, I made sure I was very, very good at.
Oh, yeah.
Fortunately,
All
in
right,
high
and not
school,
only is he as much of a prize as a Vestal virgin, he's also
He's
a fuck
good.
machine.
he's good with his
Despite only
fingies.
having sex 5 times in his life.
Well, yeah, but that's what he's saying. He's good at second base.
Well, actually, you know what? I've always heard that. That's something that fatties will maintain.
No, it's not just fatties.
I can't imagine that it's
Well,
a thing,
fatties
but
always say
fatties
that they-
always say,
they
I
say that
get
they
very
can
few
eat well.
chances, so I try. Huh?
Well, also, they also say that they love eating,
They've got an
Like, there's
experience,
always
yeah.
that-
A lot
there's
of
always that
all-you-can-eat
joke
buffets, yeah.
about using their tongues to great benefit. But
No, so now all of a sudden you know what third base is, huh?
I didn't know that it was third base. That seems pretty
Okay.
high up the field for oral sex. in my opinion.
was. I just didn't know the order.
I thought oral sex came first.
That's how much of a pimp Jackson is. That's his French kiss.
I eat on the first date.
Damn, that should be your biography. All you can eat buffet.
Fuck, what was I going to say? I had something I was going to say about Boogie. Yeah, they were just basically like people with small penises say that too. Like, because they don't have a big penis, they got to get good at using their fingers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, same kind of concept.
Maybe it's true. I don't know. They say it. I think it's
Well-
obviously just compensation for having a small dick.
Well, yes, but also you want to be good at those kinds of things just in general, right, Jordan?
Not if you've got a big dick, lad.
Jordan just takes off his pants and that's all he needs to do. Just one side of it. I can unfortunately attest to that.
You better get wet. This will be better for both of us.
Quote still from Boogie here. Or potentially Jordan. Quote. Because I knew that I would be large, I skilled myself in a lot of other areas. All the other things a man could do to a woman, I made sure I was very, very good at. Fortunately, in high school, I had a mate who was more than willing to train me on those aspects. What the fuck is this, Rocky? Why is he being trained? Trained in the art of cunnilingus, apparently, by his friend at school. What does that even mean?
Okay, so what? His friend at school did the thing where you make the little V with your fingers and then stick it out. And he's like, yes, I'm learning.
I think he's claiming that he ate pussy in high school with a friend who was training him.
Everything he says is just so anime, isn't it?
It's so clearly like he's lying to look cool, but it's not cool. It's like weird.
Yeah. Is that a common thing Boogie does?
Yes,
I can see that.
Like he has a very odd concept.
Something is, well, I mean, you know,
what
if you're
people would find
fat
cool.
loser that never leaves the computer, you would think that's cool, wouldn't you?
I had a pussy sensei.
A pussy sensei.
It's like that's what a porn addict would think is cool. Well, I can't do the same things to a woman that say Rocco Siffredi can. I manage. End quote. Who is Rocco Siffredi? It sounds like you know who that is.
Oh man, he is a on my other podcast, Friend of Geordie's podcast. Check it out. That has been an ongoing gag for about 7 years.
Oh, he's a porn actor.
My friend on that channel has a weird. I still don't understand it. He's heterosexual, but he looks up male porn stars. That's what he's interested in.
Okay, that's fucking weird. I mean, that's weird in the sense that he's clearly not straight. Like if you're looking at porn for the male actors, then obviously you're into that's the defining point of the porn for you.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's just kind of like, you know, but what is their technique, you know? So anyway, the thing is, Rocco Siffredi, everyone, this is my little piece of worldly advice to you. Check that man out. Actually, he has a documentary on Netflix as well. It's like, he is the funniest man to have ever existed. Easily.
Is he just
hands down?
Is he extremely slimy?
He's just ultimate Italian man. That's what he is.
Ooh, an Italian porn star. That sounds scary.
Oh, man. Some of the quotes that he has over the years. Look, that has given us probably 7 years of gold. Crying with laughter. I won't go into the details here, but that is a fucking hilarious deep cut.
Okay.
But again, he's pretty mainstream, Jackson. Like, there is a Netflix documentary on him. Like, in Italy, he would be sort of their Steve Irwin, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm just going to put
Instead
this
of the
out
crocodile hunter, the cock hunter.
I'm going to put this out there. I think just in general, knowing porn star names is that's a red flag for me. Like, if you care that much about porn stars,
especially the male porn star,
names, just in general, I've always found that like really weird. Like having a porn star that you love and keep going back to. I don't know. That's it. It seems like a weird obsession with porn stars and porn in general.
You know what? You're probably right.
This person continues, or someone else posts to Boogie, asks a question. This shows how much of a good guy Boogie is. They say, quote, I know this comment is going to get downvoted to oblivion, but come on, grow the fuck up and don't be like your parents. You can only be a little bitch about it for so long. Man the fuck up. At some points, your parents are no longer responsible for your problems. You are, fatty. Quote, which is a little bit rude, yes, but also he did hit the nail on the head that Boogie is the one responsible for his problems, especially as a 36-year-old man at this point. So he hit the nail on the head there. A lot of Boogie's problems can be traced back to himself, especially in current years. Boogie replies saying, quote, while I disagree with your opinion, I will fight to the death to defend your right to voice it.
What a
smiley
saying.
face. End quote.
Ah,
See?
very profound.
See what I mean, though?
What?
He always has to appear to be the good guy.
I mean, he's done it there.
It's always the one. He could have just not replied, or he could have been like, fuck you, and I would have just respected that more. But he comes in and he's like, well, you were mean to me, but I respect your opinion and I will fight to the death to defend. It's such a cliche.
Oh, yeah. Massive.
This next question comes from a user named Black KKK member who asks, how's sex with your girlfriend? I hear a little cushion for the pushin'. Never hurt no one. Does she do most of the work, or do you ever get on top and pretend she's a cheeseburger? End quote. And then obviously this is a troll comment and someone making fun of Boogie, but Boogie still replies and says, quote, she'll kill me if she ever reads this, insinuating that this is information that his fucking girlfriend does not want divulged. And of course it's pretty gross to just publicly put information about your girlfriend out there like this. But he continues, we do a lot of things with our hands and foreplay is a large portion of it. Mouth too. Sex is difficult at this size, but manageable. She does almost all of the work. She's pretty
He really does
satisfied.
like eating, doesn't he?
She's pretty satisfied though. I chalked that up to her previous encounters being not so great though. Winky face. End quote. So again, like slimy as fuck, honestly, to talk about your sex life with your girlfriend who doesn't know that this conversation is happening. That's pretty gross.
I think it's mostly from the perspective of it's more bragging. That's what he's doing there.
There's that aspect too, but it's a public forum. Everyone's reading this, and to just divulge sex information about your girlfriend who's not assumedly doesn't know about all this stuff, considering he said she'll kill me if she ever reads this. It's just, yeah, again, we'll find out his opinion of women. He views them basically as sex objects. I'll just put that out there. So we'll see more of that kind of stuff in the future.
This man is ultimate neckbeard, huh?
Yeah. Carl, okay, we're back to the story. Carl's alcoholism, Carl is his dad for people who have forgotten, began to escalate, which resulted in him suffering regular alcohol-induced seizures. Alcoholic seizures typically occur when an individual, after many years of sustained alcohol abuse, attempts to quit, being one of the most dangerous withdrawal symptoms of alcohol addiction. These seizures left Carl in a cognitive state akin to that of a stroke victim, requiring assistance with day-to-day tasks such as walking and talking. Unable to work anymore, deaf from working in the mines and being dependent on his wife for help, Carl's condition became an enormous toll on the family's well-being. In a response to his sad home life and afflictions, Stephen began to self-soothe through compulsive eating, another factor which further exacerbated his obesity and reclusivity. He began high school overweight, depressed, and with little self-esteem. Thankfully, all wasn't lost. A federally funded program called Upward Bound, which I think was the one that his mum was involved in, right? Did I read that? No, Head Start program is what it was called. Okay. So a federally funded program called Upward Bound gave Stephen a leg up in the midst of his turmoil. The program, which offers educational assistance to less fortunate high school students with the objective of getting them into college, allowed Stephen to explore his interests of video games and Dungeons & Dragons with other like-minded peers. It became a productive social outlet for Stephen, even scoring him a girlfriend in the process. Things were finally starting to look up for Stephen. Though he left high school weighing just under 450 pounds, which is just over 200 kilograms for us Australians, both him and his newfound girlfriend landed entries into the University of Virginia at the age of 18. This elation was short-lived though, as he and his girlfriend began to have issues. Regular arguments and failed attempts at repairing their relationship meant the pair split up. Falling back into a depressive state and unable to concentrate on his studies, Stephen flunked out of college. That's a sad break for him.
I guess so. Pretty standard college story, though, don't you reckon?
Happens to a lot of people, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it happened to me. Maybe we're not so different after all.
Maybe there's a little bit of Boogie in all of us. Or in Jackson's case, the entire thing.
Around this time in 1996, Stephen's older brother Brian intervened. Brian, aware of the poor condition Stephen was in, invited him to move out to Fayetteville, Arkansas, where he was residing at the time. With Up being the only place to go, Stephen agreed to the opportunity, which he retrospectively noted as one of the best decisions of his life. With his troubled home life behind him and the chance to start fresh, Stephen immersed himself in learning coding and web design, as well as forming a new friendship group after being introduced to Magic the Gathering, even traveling the country with them to compete in tournaments.
Yes.
And he's
sweet.
In his draw my I don't understand how people get so into Magic the Gathering at the lowest points in their life where they've got no jobs and stuff. Magic the Gathering is expensive.
Is it?
Fuck. Yeah.
I thought it was a relatively cheap one.
No, it's extremely
I thought Pokemon
expensive.
was the fucking money drainer. Okay.
Well, now with like collector's boxes and shit like that, and how the YouTube kind of content has fueled the market for Pokemon is also expensive. But from what I understand, Magic the Gathering has always been expensive.
The Big Daddy.
Yeah,
all
the
right.
Big Daddy.
Well, I understand
For
why they go to
businessmen.
it in their lowest ebbs.
In his Draw My Life video, which is where most information about Boogie's early life is compiled from, and again, directly from the mouth of Boogie, he does directly mention that he started designing websites and coding for the internet as a job which he enjoyed, though he does mention that it forced him into work with clients who he, quote, didn't like working for, who did kind of dirty stuff, end quote. More on that in a later part.
Oh, I can't wait. What does that mean?
That's a big. There's so much to be gleaned from that whole anecdotal story and side story. There's so many funny things in that. So look forward to that in probably part 2 or 3. Eventually, more health issues reared their head for Stephen. He developed a condition called lymphedema, which is a condition which causes swelling due to fluid buildup and typically affects the limbs. Stephen was experiencing this in his legs, becoming a serious impediment on his daily life. His legs became infected, he had a necrotic wound on his leg, and he went septic due to the infection reaching his bloodstream. He ended up nearly dying, passed out in his bed for 2 days, which he described as a period of his life where he did not care if he lived or not. Fortunately, 2 of his friends discovered him in this condition and took him to the hospital. A doctor even suggested amputation for one of his legs, but Stephen refused. He got treatment, but was stuck at home to recover for some time. Again, not
Fuck,
sure.
imagine being that fat.
Not sure if any of this is true.
Right. I've got to remember this. Yes, just because someone says something, okay.
Especially Boogie, but also the fact that, like, you know, he almost had his leg amputated, and he went septic, and he passed out in his bed for 2 days. It is a very dramatic retelling. You would think that he would have just
passing
gone
out
to
in
the
your bed
hospital.
2 days. Yeah, I can
Early on.
But can't imagine somebody with Boogie size, a doctor at some point saying, "You're gonna have to cut it off." But the rest of it, yeah.
As it tends to do, more bad news came in quick for Stephen, which you'll notice is a running gag with Stephen, always a victim. Shortly after the ordeal, well, if this is true, he is undeniably a victim. Yes. Shortly after the ordeal with his legs, adversity struck once again. Sometime around 2001, Stephen's mother broke her leg. The break would never heal, permanently hindering her from working, and his father died of cancer following his years of coal mine work and alcohol abuse shortly after, with both incidents happening within short succession of one another. Stephen was toppled back into uncertainty. His already poor mental state hit a breaking point, leading him to what would be a 7-year-long reclusion and exile. Not once leaving his home, he quit work, cut off his ties with his friends, and ramped up his binge eating. His roommate at the time was seemingly the only person in his life who sympathized with his situation, supporting him financially after Stephen inevitably chewed through his savings. His whole situation with his roommate, this roommate, I believe, he's referred to as Chad in all of the stories that Boogie has told of him. A longtime friend, longtime enabler. They enable each other, basically, it sounds like, if it's true. But also the fact that this guy was basically financially supporting Stephen through this entire period is just wild to me. It's just such a crazy concept of Stephen basically being unable to provide for himself and having a random roommate
feed
him for 7 years.
7 years?
That's what he says here, leading him to what would be a 7-year-long reclusion.
Do you think that he's imaginary?
No, he's real. He's the roommate is definitely real. Again, whether or not he played as big a part of saving Boogie to this degree, is up for debate. Again, there's probably elements that are lies, but at the same time, the roommate is still there and still living with Boogie and still helping Boogie to this day.
Really? Wait, they still live with each other?
Yeah, and Boogie plays defense for this, for him as well. Like, he seems very passionate about preserving the anonymity of this roommate. To the
Hang on a
degree
second.
where
Then how do
like,
you know if he's real if no one's ever seen him?
he's been seen. You just no one knows like his story
true
specifically
identity.
or his name. Yeah, he's definitely real. He's definitely
okay.
real.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
The details about him are unknown, but also just the fact, like, Boogie, like, he apparently lives with or has lived with Boogie for like the last 15 years rent free and things like that. Boogie owns the house that he lives in, and he basically just gives it to him rent free. It's a very weird relationship. I'm very confused about it. Part of me wonders if this roommate knows stuff about Boogie and Boogie doesn't want to risk having him as an enemy, perhaps, but that's just me being cynical, I suppose. Maybe they are just good friends. Friendship doesn't exist in my world.
Huh?
Friendship doesn't exist in my world.
Yeah, no, you live a dark life, Jack.
By the time Steven was ready to pull himself up from this slump, it was already too late. The web design and coding industries had become hyper-competitive since his absence, making it extremely difficult for Steven to re-enter the field he had once been succeeding in. Kind of like the ending of Shawshank Redemption, where Brooksy, the guy who had been in prison for 40 years, finally re-enters the real world and everything has changed. There's cars, and he can't keep up with the developing state of the world, so he kills himself in the top of his where he was renting, basically. You remember that?
No, I've never seen it, but that sounds about right. What a sad movie. Thanks for spoiling it.
You've never seen The Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah. I was getting around to it.
One of the best movies
But I had to watch
made.
Tron Aeon first.
It was Ares, wasn't it?
Shut up.
He had to continually lower his rates to match the competition.
That's how unmemorable they all are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Tron Areolas. He had to continually lower his rates to match the competition of overseas workers and readily available website templates, so it wasn't going too good for the bookster. It was in this period of despair that Steven fell upon a newly founded website for video creation, which of course was YouTube. You're probably listening to it right now. On the 5th of April 2006, Steven created his YouTube account under the username Boogie2988. The idea for the name, which he had used for several years before the YouTube account, came from a previous nickname after his friend noticed he had a booger hanging out of his nose, followed by the 4 numbers 2988, which were randomly assigned to him when he was originally creating the Boogie email address. So the fact that his fucking most prolific name comes from the fact that he had snot hanging out of his nose while he was playing Magic the Gathering is just the most Boogie kind of story I could possibly think. This one's 100% true. Guaranteed. No lies.
I mean, look, why would you make that up? It's not pretty. It's not
pretty cool.
Okay, all right. He thinks it's cool. Sorry, I forgot.
Well, I mean, he does like to make himself the butt of the joke a lot of the times through gross out humor, so potentially. But it's also too believable to be a lie, really. Although it may have been an inconsequential detail in the moment, the channel creation would ultimately change the direction of his life, for better or worse. Steven, now synonymously known as Boogie, uploaded his first video titled Playing Dungeons & Dragons. Brief and low quality, this was Boogie's first imprint of his online future. He followed up his inaugural video with intermittent uploads where he leaned into comedy, which actually caught a small amount of traction. One clip, initially dated to July 2006, eventually removed and re-uploaded years later, had Boogie dancing to the hit song Promiscuous Girl. Well, I gotta see this.
Didn't think so.
How you doing, young lady? Feeling that you're giving really driving me crazy. You don't have a player like the choke. I was at a local word first time that we spoke.
You're looking for a girl that'll treat you right. You're looking for in the daytime with the light.
You might be the type if I play my cards right. I'll find out by the end of the night.
You expect me to just let you hit it, but will you still respect me if you get it?
Okay, well, that was fucking lazy. Jesus, he couldn't even stand up and bust a move a little bit. He's just shaking his head.
Look, I gotta say, I do miss that point of YouTube where you could do that shit. Remember
Yeah.
early YouTube? Remember how sort of, for lack of a better word, innocently cringy it was?
I know. I miss those times, man.
Me too. Like, I don't know,
Something
the
so
I
nice about it.
Justine Tobuscus era, which this
Well,
guy
not
was
just-
a part of.
Not just
Huh?
that, like it literally, like anyone could get big from their bedroom. Basically, I mean, I'm in a bedroom right now, but at the same time, like, you know, shitty webcam quality, just doing a dumb thing for 30 seconds and you could blow up with virality, and you know, videos were flying. It wasn't overly corporatized like it is now. Like, who are the biggest content creators on YouTube now? Who is anyone that ever gets big? It's like Mr. Beast. It's all these kinds of people that have millions and millions of dollars thrown at them. It's lost that. I mean,
Charm.
a long time ago, it's lost that charm. It's
Yeah.
sad. It's a little bit sad.
Mm.
You had to be there for it. Jumping forward to the 8th of March the following year in 2007, another video was uploaded titled The Incredible Bulk. Now with some title screen edits and overdubbed music done with Windows Movie Maker, shout out to the OG, Boogie showcased his sense of humor by ripping his shirt off to reveal his fat body as though he was the Hulk. As simple as these videos were, they were novel enough at the time to earn a small but respectable fan base of around 150 subscribers. Let's see The Incredible Bulk. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Oh, this one's still on his channel. 767,000 views.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Classic comedy. Okay, maybe
It's
I was
classic
wrong.
comedy, and
YouTube is better when it's corporate and
I
only
am-
Mr. Beast.
yeah, okay, fair enough. Also, I gotta say this. That man's tits look like wings. It looks like he can fly with them.
They flap hard enough.
Look at that. Don't you think? It's
It has-
Dumbo he is.
It's
Look at how
strange.
sad his nipples look.
His tits look like they circle around the back and form one giant entity
Tit.
that wraps around.
Yeah.
It's so
And
strange.
his stomach is strangely perfectly circular. Look at it. It's like there's a balloon inside of it.
Jordan discovers fat people.
Well,
In the
I'm
description,
turned on.
in the description it says, "It's me. Yes, I'm fat. Yes, I think it's funny. Feel free to share." So, pretty innocuous, pretty harmless. Boogie continued uploading sporadically to the channel during the years of 2007 to 2009, and these videos weren't exactly high production value, typically being random encounters at his job at a game store or impromptu character work. So he did have a job at a game store, by the way, which is an important clarification to have, because it shows that Boogie is capable of working a normal job, which again will come up in the future when he claims that he is incapable of getting a job outside of YouTube. So just remember that. Such as his Fat Guy Eats McDonald's video and 10 voices in 2 minutes. These were some prominent videos at the time. Weighing close to 600 pounds or 270 kilograms at the time, most of Boogie's content was geared towards making fun of his obesity, shamelessly exploiting this feature with low-effort fat man videos for cheap laughs and hopefully more subscribers. I mean, if you're that fat, you may as well get some benefit out of it. I don't fault Boogie for using that element of his life to success.
Who's faulting him for that, though? That's
I'm
all
sure
right.
I'm sure there's people out there that do fault him for that.
Right.
For
But Jackson
using-
wants it on the record that he is not one of
I
those.
don't. I accept fat, funny people. I think they're a
Yeah.
great contribution to the comedic field.
Fatsploitation, you're a fan of.
It wouldn't be the same if not for people of great stature. A selection of clips such as slow motion falling fatty DJ, Boogie vs 7 pounds of pudding, and yup 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 offer a decent look into the primary style of content being uploaded to his channel. I'll let you choose which one we watch.
The pudding one. We got to watch the pudding. Okay. I wish I didn't click on this one, but all
It
right.
looks like diarrhea. Great.
Yeah.
17 years ago, the description reads, quote, "I think I might be mostly retarded," end quote. Here we go.
So tonight, my friend Nick Martin, fat guy right over there, okay, stopped by Sam's Club. Actually, his wife did, and he bought me this. It's 7 pounds of chocolate pudding.
Jesus.
You can see here, it serves 28 guests. And well, since I'm about the size of 28 guests, I think I'm gonna crank into this son of a bitch. It's probably what's gonna. Oh God, it's just I'm shaking because this is the most pudding I've ever seen in my life. Oh, look at that! I asked for vanilla frosting. I got chocolate pudding. I think it'll probably do. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that, I guess. Probably.
Christ.
That's the call.
There you go. Now he's eating.
Oh God.
That's how he learned in high school.
Oh God, it's all over my.
Yeah, he's good at it.
Get rid of that.
Christ. Nah, it's great content.
Yeah, you would love this stuff.
Hi, Mom. I hope I'm making you proud, Mom. Because I know I am. Oh, fuck this. You know, just honestly, just fuck this. If I die this year, I want this picture on my tombstone.
Remember that.
Bye.
Yeah, that deserved views. I think that was great.
Can't stop laughing. One guy, one huge cup. Stop the video before you see any of it. Press 6. All right, what does that do? I want to see that. I remember these. Oh, that's
So
lame.
this is all old territory for you, is it, Jackson?
What?
You've seen all of this.
I haven't seen this video, but
Okay.
I remember old YouTube. Like always old YouTube videos, if you read the comments and stuff, it used to be people being like, press 5 for a funny and it would just skip you to a funny frame of the video.
Oh,
Out of context is like a dumb clip like this. Anyway, I miss those days. As he became more comfortable with the YouTube platform, however, a handful of his character bits began to make regular appearances in his videos. Jesse, for example, was one, and he was a satirical character of proud Southern origin who eventually was worked into a regular Jesse Weighs In series where the character was often depicted as ignorant and out of touch. Rednecks were always copping it, even back then in 2005. I'll criticize Boogie about a lot of different things, but I won't criticize his character art, if you want to call it that. He's pretty good at doing voices and sticking to characters and things like that. Pretty good actor.
He's got quite a gift of the gab.
Yeah,
like a lot of fat neck beards.
And he is. I could have seen him as like a radio jockey or something. Like he's pretty good at just effortlessly talking.
No, I've always said that. I always thought that the best shock jocks there are always fat guys with a lot of opinions.
Yeah, and that describes
That's always
Boogie.
the best. Yeah.
Well, it's about that girl, Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana. Of course, y'all ain't supposed to know she's Hannah Montana. I mean, when she got the wig on, she's Hannah Montana. That's when she's famous. But that song she recorded is Miley Cyrus, so I guess they're both famous now.
Okay, so he just goes on about Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana. This is a series that he would run where he plays the character Jesse and weighs in on things that rednecks care about and makes fun of them, basically. And yeah, again, like his characters, Francis is one of them. He's the rage gamer that you probably see. It's his most famous one. And Jesse, these were all very popular at the time.
Classics.
Yeah, and he does a very good job at selling the characters for sure. So I credit where credit is due. A lot of people believed when they saw Francis videos that he was actually Francis and Francis wasn't a character. So you can comment on a lot about Boogie, but you can't take away the fact that he plays those characters well. Boogie found some solid success with another one of his characters, that being Francis, which I just described. Formerly introduced to the channel in his Time to Meet video on March 2010, alongside his Jesse personality, Francis was portrayed as a lisp agitated gamer who was quick to rise to anger. In an interview years later with Huffington Post in 2014, Boogie would reflect that he came up with the Francis character during his time working at a gaming store, adopting the persona to mock angry clientele who were displeased with the 4th edition of Dungeons and Dragons, as well as incorporating elements of his own personality for self-deprecating humor. Boogie caught on quickly that Francis was the flagship character of his channel, with many newcomers not even realizing that Francis was a performance and not his real-life persona.
Yeah.
Granted, though, he played the bit well. This is an example.
3 times? What recourse do I have? What recourse do I have, huh? Is there a way to negatively rate him? Is there a way to tell people this guy's crazy? Is there I can't Susan, I report him to a GM. A GM won't even do anything. It's using one of your abilities of his class. 3 times I got killed. I had to pay a repairman like 67 gold. Listen, you people are infuriating me. You're upsetting me something awful. After 5 years of playing this game, it's the most pissed off I've ever been. The most pissed off I've ever fucking been.
He's selling it. The spit. He's a character artist.
Yeah, I think he is.
Ew.
I'm telling you something. I'm this close to quitting. I'm this fucking close. Okay? If I had anything better to do with my time, if I would quit in a heartbeat.
Okay. So, good example of the Francis character, who I'm sure everyone has already seen. But we come to some sad
It's
news.
weird to think that was so big back in the day. Sorry, go on. I don't know. I'm just having all these memory lane flashbacks. Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it? That's what
It's
Boogie
nice.
does. He brings the gift of nostalgia. He actually does to some degree.
Yeah, totally.
Although Boogie was enjoying his time creating videos for his YouTube channel, tragedy was about to strike him yet again. He got a call one day in October 2009 from a hospital back in Virginia that his mother was very sick due to complications with her diabetes. He made the trip back to Virginia to see her immediately. According to Boogie's later retelling to the story, she told him not to let the doctors resuscitate her and to let her die, and while he was there, she passed away in the early hours of the 8th of October at the age of 67. Although she had reportedly caused him so much trauma during his childhood due to her own mental health issues, he still maintained that she was a good person and that she didn't fail as a parent. She did a lot of good work with other children, and Boogie theorized that this was her way of making up for the abuse she had inflicted upon her own children. Either way, his mother's death was made him the most depressed he'd ever been, so much so that he planned to take his own life soon after. Thankfully, he didn't, as more good fortune was awaiting for him just around the corner. And we have a video here of his mother just before her death.
Here we go. Morning.
Good morning.
Who are you?
Somebody come off the street last night.
Nice. You're a homeless woman?
I'm a homeless woman.
I like what you've done with the place. What you working on?
I'm making spaghetti for my sorry son.
Yeah, he's pretty damn sorry. Hey, what do you think about him being on that TV?
Well, that's my son.
What do you think about him being on that internet, that YouTube?
That's my son.
You think he's crazy?
As long as he don't eat dukes, I'm happy with him.
Do you think he's crazy?
Is he kin to me?
Yeah.
Then he's crazy.
Oh, I can't argue with that.
Do you think that she knew that this was 16 years ago, so by this point he was already online talking about how abusive she was to him through his childhood and stuff? Do you think she even knew about that?
Nah, not a chance. Man, old people now that are that age don't know shit about YouTube. There's no way that a woman that old in that time would have been privy to Reddit.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy though to consider the fact that he's there in the house, they're joking around and laughing around, and then he's at home on Reddit, saying that she's basically Satan and that
It's
she
a dick move, isn't it? It's a massive dick move.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking wild. If that was, if she was extremely abusive to the degree that Boogie claimed that she was, surely that he would be no contact with her, basically.
Yeah, I know. Surely.
I don't know. Childhood abuse, weird concept, I guess. Weird kind of, everyone deals with it differently. So maybe. Yeah, so shortly after his mother's death, an active fan of the channel, a woman by the name of Desiree, or Des for short, reached out to Boogie and they quickly hit it off. For now, though, the connection would remain online. And for those astute listeners, Desiree, or Des, is the one that he was referring to in the Reddit AMA, where he was, good at sex with her or whatever.
That
it wasn't
boy?
It wasn't until February of 2010 that Boogie finally caught his first big break with the viral sensation that was Francis Gets His Warcraft account hacked. Ray William Johnson, being one of the most subscribed and watched creators on the platform at the time, uploaded a video titled Hacked to his popular and iconic viral video series Equals 3 on the 16th of February. Man, I remember Equals 3.
Sorry, I've been crying a little bit tonight. I'm just really upset. I don't
4.8 million views.
know what to do. I'm just really upset. My Warcraft account has been hacked. And I didn't want to post a video about it. I just wanted to, because I was embarrassed, okay? And I told on my message board, on my guild message board, that I couldn't be on. You said 8 to 10 days. 8 to 10 fucking days. I fucking need that account.
Do you remember the video, the rage out videos of that guy that was like in his room raging out and he would like shove a remote up his ass?
No.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds like there's no way that you could put that up on YouTube anymore.
No, it was he was wearing clothes. He would just like shove it in his butt from behind. I'll show
And
you
like
it later.
Boogie, he was massive, right?
No, he wasn't. He was like a
He did it for the love.
normal dude. Yeah, he was just raging out about something.
For 5 years.
Jesus.
I paid almost $1,000 to play a fucking.
Damn, that was like the moment where in romance movies, the nerdy librarian takes off her glasses and she's suddenly beautiful. You see that? Look at this.
For 5 years, I've played that game for 5 years. I've paid.
Hey, yeah, kind of. Like, he's not
stunning.
beautiful, but...
His eyes are nice.
Oh, okay, all right.
What?
Yeah? You think that's better?
Well, what's better?
All right, yeah, it's grainy footage, but yeah, look, it's definitely better.
What's better?
That's way better. That's the best one.
See?
The halfway mark. Nah, you've missed it.
Oh!
There was one shot.
Where is it?
Nah.
Come on.
No, squinting and everything else.
Yeah, this is turning into a horror show.
Everything else, he looks worse than he had with glasses.
It's like the Grudge.
Looks like he has no eyes.
Where was it?
Now that's beautiful. That's the most beautiful shot I've ever seen of Boogie. You're right.
I paid almost $1,000. Go fucking hard. Go fucking. You
Remember to secure your account first.
This PSA was brought to you by Boogie.
Boogie. Good on you, Boogie.
When I first found this last video, I thought
like
I
it?
struck gold. Now, the video itself is about this guy, Francis. And
Here we
Francis
go.
loves playing World of Warcraft. But unfortunately for him, his account was hacked, and he's a tad bit upset about it.
Sorry, I've been crying a little bit tonight. I'm just really upset. I don't know what to do. I'm just really upset.
It would have been such easy content to make.
My Warcraft account has been hacked.
No, Francis, I don't actually believe you're upset. Tell us how you really feel.
Our guild got one of the first. God damn it! They got one of the first Lich King kills in the game, and I fucking missed it, and I got fucking hacked. I'm so pissed off. I'm so pissed off. Have you fucking authenticator? You fucking authenticator! I have one. You sons of bitch! You didn't. Fucking help! God.
You know, I just
LeMayo.
don't believe you're mad, Francis. You should really break some shit just to prove it to us.
10 fucking days. I need that account. And then I found
With all that you've learned from the internet in recent years, if you time travel back 15 years, imagine how much easier it would be to be famous on YouTube.
Well, I haven't learned anything.
Okay.
You would be very good at it.
You could just do
You'd know
equals
exactly
3.
what it
You
is.
could just do equals 3 again. Before Ray does.
Holy shit. I really forgot how fucking cringe-inducing equals 3 was.
Why?
It was so hard to watch. It's
Even back then, you
Australia's
thought that?
funniest home videos without the audience.
Fuck.
And also just like an untalented voice artist over the top of it. And also, I think Australia's funniest home videos, sometimes the voiceovers were funny, but like Ray William Johnson had a 0% strike rate. And also had this smugness of just like, yeah, I'm down with it. And right, kids? It was, nah, dude.
I've been suspended because the hacker used it to fucking spam crates out of you fucking serious? I'm so pissed off. I'm so... You listen to me, Blitz. I played that game for 5 years. I've played that game for 5 years. I've paid... God, I paid almost $1,000 to play a fucking game. You mother...
It's just React content. It's just like
man.
paste the full video.
God, so
All right, Francis, calm down. I'm sure your World of Warcraft account was getting you laid left and right. I'm sure you were gobbling up hot cheerleaders, man. But dude, you gotta let it go. Don't be like this guy.
What? No. Abortion.
Just let it go, man. Now, for him, the disappointing truth about Francis is that he's trolling. He's a made-up character, and the guy who plays him is actually brilliant. So hats off to you, sir. But you know what else is brilliant?
All right, there you go. What do you think of equals 3 now? That was pretty good.
What? That he peeked behind the wizard's curtain.
Yeah, he figured it out.
Okay, so okay, your argument to everything of this like very shitty content is he's actually a genius.
Yeah.
He's the real genius, even more so than Boogie, this master character actor.
I can't believe, I always thought that you were inspired by Ray William Johnson when you created
Okay,
your
that's the
channel.
most insulting thing I've ever heard. We got there. Jackson did land a full, clean
Yay!
insult.
I did it.
Oh my
I finally did
god.
it.
Really? I always thought that you were like Ray William Johnson. I thought that you were you're copying your entire personality off of that cunt.
You got insulted
Holy
by
shit, I've never been more offended by anything.
you got
anyone has ever
insulted
said.
by a guy that doesn't even know what third base is.
I always thought third base referred to equals 3.
There's 3 equals and there's 3 bases. Good enough for me.
Why was it called equals 3?
I don't know. Because it's like a smiley face. There's 3 videos that he reacts to, and it's like a little smiley face, isn't it? Like a laughing face if you look sideways.
Yeah, the format of it, okay.
I don't fucking know.
I'll give him this. He is the king of like viral content.
Yeah, he identified a niche on YouTube that did really well,
Very
obviously.
quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. And like it was that video was like 5 minutes, and he would have filmed maybe like 45 seconds of footage, and the rest is just the content playing. So fucking brilliant. This feature on Ray William Johnson's series introduced the rest of the YouTube world to Boogie2988, resulting in a boom in channel subscriptions and views. From the date of equals 3 video upload to October of the same year, Boogie's subscriber count jumped from a little over 13,000 to 38,000 with an additional 7 million views, which was a huge feat at the time. So it's safe to say that Ray William Johnson is responsible for Boogie2988 at this point. And all issues that stem from Boogie2988 can be levied at the feet of Ray William Johnson. Also, fun fact, Ray William Johnson also had a hand in propelling Charlie, former co-host of Red Thread, to, his stature as well. One of his...
Jesus, so Ray William Johnson created everyone.
He's a career generator. He did fantastic things for a lot of people. And it sickens me that you take such a offensive stance against such a hardworking man.
Yeah, well, it sickens me that you compare me to Ray William Johnson.
He's done way more for the world than you ever have.
Look, maybe it is all just coming out of jealousy because there is a lot to be jealous about when it comes to Ray.
Yeah. See?
See what?
See? Cope.
How is that cope?
Coping.
I'm giving him a compliment.
Coping with the fact that you're not Ray and never will be. Desiree, the fan turned friend who Boogie had been speaking with since late 2009, finally visited him for a week in late 2010, and soon after became his girlfriend, making the move across the country to live with Boogie in Arkansas. It's Arkansas, right? Not Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas.
Yeah, okay. Arkansas.
Say Arkansas if you want, just to trigger them.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Wait, is there
Arkansas?
There's a Kansas City though.
You should know so much more about the United States than I do, Jackson.
True. Kansas. Is
But then
Kansas
you
in Arkansas?
Your version of geography was just studying Boogie's nipples for 10 years. So,
I can trace every line. Every stray nipple hair.
I have a photographic memory.
Every stray nipple hair is charted like the giant rivers of the Mississippi. Des generally had a positive effect on his life, helping him from his weight loss and also being a key motivator for his YouTube channel productivity. In addition, because of the boost in subscribers, thanks to Ray William Johnson, YouTube offered him access to the YouTube Partnership Program, which allowed him to monetize his channel and generate income from it. After a rough childhood, Boogie closed out the decade on a high. Things were looking up for him. YouTube Partnership Program back in those times was like an exclusive club. It was very, and it meant that you were going to start making money from it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But back in the day, it was like, congratulations, you've made 3 million views, $300.
Yeah, but that was still
really bad, wasn't it?
That was still more than anyone else was making from it.
Yeah, totally. But I remember back in the day looking at YouTubers and thinking, wow, they're at the top of the game. They're making $100,000 a year.
Yeah, true.
You know, like it was pretty pov, wasn't it?
Yeah, for those first, I think
first generation of YouTubers, I swear.
2015, there was a sweet spot. There was a sweet spot where you could make a lot of money based on very little effort. And I think that was around the 2015, 2016 period of time when advertisers were flooding into it. And then shit like the adpocalypse happened and shit went all messy for a little bit. But I think it's stabilized post-COVID.
Yeah, me too.
Go
back to the golden era.
Yeah, a lot of those YouTubers who got big in the first few years burned out too quickly before the job actually started making money. And those are the ones I always feel sad about. Like they peaked way too early.
Yeah, that was tragic, wasn't it?
Yeah, sad.
That was really sad. Yeah, all those people like Tobuscus and iJustine, like they must be pov.
No, iJustine's still doing shit. She's fine.
Really?
Yeah, Tobuscus, yeah. Tobuscus.
Wait, so is iJustine still big?
I think in the terms of like she's a host for hire, basically, or she runs a media company. She pivoted, which was a smart thing to do, obviously. But I don't think she's a standalone personality, or if she is, I haven't really heard of any of her content recently. 2011 to 2013, the best years for Boogie. Boogie's. I'm actually surprised you know iJustine.
So am I.
How do you know?
Honestly, because my introduction to YouTube was some person at university that was like 4 years younger than me. Because I was such a loser, I failed Italian. I continued on with university for an extra semester because I was like, dude, I'm not gonna learn this. I don't want to learn this mi chiamo buongiorno shit. Like it's never gonna like. And they were just like, nah, you have to do it. So I just like had I to study Italian. It was pathetic. But I'm so glad that I was held back for that one semester because then I just met somebody who was 4 years younger than me and was saying people are making money on YouTube. And the only people is the two that I always mention is Tobuscus and iJustine. And I was like, yeah, there's a path there. And I obviously did not follow that path.
Failed tragically.
Yeah, failed tragically.
To follow the path of Tobuscus and iJustine.
The dizzying heights of iJustine.
To be fair, she does have. So I looked at her YouTube channel. She's still posting, but her views are like between 20K. Oh, there's some that reach like 1 million or
really?
Several million. Yeah. So it's hit or miss. Basically, she's a tech reviewer now. So
She's a tech reviewer. Okay.
It depends on what she's
Wasn't
talking
she
about.
always sort of, or nah? She used
I
to
don't know.
do
I
sketchy
wasn't.
stuff.
I think she did like sketches and stuff
Yeah.
as well. But yeah, she's mostly been like tech. Given the
She must have been the
iJustine
inspiration
name.
for iCarly, surely.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where that comes from.
Oh, thank
Not
you,
the
yes,
iPhone or anything like that.
No.
iCarly, which was the inspiration for iCarly. You mean? What do you mean?
iJustine must have been the inspiration for iCarly.
Oh, okay. So you're saying iJustine came before iCarly?
Yes.
Where did the iPhone come into that? Which one did they ape?
iCarly.
Okay, so they're the
That's the timeline.
When iJustine, iCarly, and then the iPhone. The iPhone actually only came out in like 2013. iJustine created that
Prove
entire.
me wrong. Prove me wrong.
The family history is so strange. But
you can believe your stupid school books, or you can believe me. I know the truth.
Her Instagram though is still good. She's got like 1.6 million followers on there, so she'd be making money from that.
Okay.
So good for her.
Yes.
Boogie's YouTube posts continued into 2011 with decent consistency that led to a string of viral hits throughout the course of the next few years. This was arguably the best period of his YouTube career and his life as a whole. His first viral hit of 2011 came early in the year in mid-January. True to form, this was another video with his character Francis, this time raging about the raids in World of Warcraft Cataclysm before being too hard and taking too long. Did you ever play World of Warcraft?
Never once.
Damn.
I assume it's the same as Warcraft 3.
No. It's an MMO.
I will continue to assume as much.
Do you not know anything about World of Warcraft? Surely they reference it quite a bit
It's
in
like
Big Bang.
online, and basically people have wasted their entire lives on it.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, it's an MMO. So yeah, they all do that. This was followed by another formulaic Francis hit in March, where one of his accounts was once again hacked, this time being his Rift account. Don't know what that is. While neither of these videos garnered as much attention as his World of Warcraft hacking video, both of these videos racked up more views than usual for him, currently sitting around the 1.5 million mark, which helped his channel continue to grow. Boogie's next viral video of 2011, however, proved to be an even bigger success than the World of Warcraft video, which gave him his initial kickstart to fame. In early July, he posted the now classic Videos Francis, where he reviewed different flavors of Mountain Dew, which racked up millions of views. The hits didn't cease, however, with the low-effort upload in August taking the crown as his most viewed video to date, raking in 39.5 million views at the time of this recording.
Achi Machi.
The video,
that's a Mr. Beast video.
The video is just Steven himself falling backwards into a pool in slow motion while shirtless.
Wow.
This is
history in the making.
This is his biggest video.
Incredible. Oh, the tits. They are wings.
They helped soften the fall. They gave him more hang time.
Fuck, imagine being remembered for that.
Imagine getting 40 million views from that. The internet was such a strange place.
So much better. Yeah, I know. It's also kind of like, man, if you got 40 million views for something now, don't you think that that would be the end? You wouldn't have to work again for the rest of your life. You just retire in Bali.
40 million views.
Don't you think?
Well, it was a 30-second video, so I doubt he made anything from it. But yeah, I mean, no, not really. If it's a 30-second video and you got 40 million views, you have to capitalize on the attention that brings you. Like, that's not going to be the thing that makes you money. You leverage that into keeping the audience around.
See, you know way too much about YouTube. I would have just gotten that one paycheck and then be like, I'm going to the Philippines. And that'd be the end.
What paycheck? I doubt you would have got anything from it. Maybe like $500 max.
Right. I would have imagined the paycheck and then gone to the Philippines and they'd be like, sir, we're not letting you into the country. You don't have any money in your bank account.
Deported immediately. There was a 3D version too. So this must have been the time when 3D TVs were big. You remember that?
Yeah, vaguely.
I want to watch it in
God,
3D.
what a silly. Yeah, what was the point of that? Did that help at all?
No, it did nothing. And I remember it being really annoying because you had to wear giant glasses and shit for it. And they needed batteries. Oh, it's such a dumb gimmick. I hate that. Although seeing Avatar in 3D, that was pretty cool.
Life changing.
In the cinema, it's all right. I would still prefer to just watch it in 2D, honestly. But still, as a gimmick in the cinema, it's fine. But the 3D
yes,
TVs
okay,
at home,
Jackson, you don't have to try and sound cool about it. You just like it. That's fine.
Yes, I'm sure that's very cool.
Excuse me. Did you just say that 3D TVs were cool?
No, I said they weren't cool.
Nah, you're lying. Just admit it.
No, I would
Dude,
never.
You're so much like the person you hate, honestly.
See, I'm telling you, there's something to the theory. You son of a bitch. Don't bring up my rapid weight gain.
This is a little no secret. If you're watching this on YouTube, Jackson's got a skinny filter on.
And it's not working. I'm going to start wearing a muumuu.
Oh, God. God, I hope you do that. That'd be so good. The disgruntled Hawaiian.
Where was I?
I don't know. Somewhere important.
If you were on YouTube in the early 2010s, it's highly likely that you saw the video. It was the perfect recipe for virality at the time, something short and shareable in a period where people were less hesitant to openly laugh at other people's appearances online. Boogie was fortunate enough to have a couple more viral videos in 2011, with a short video about the upcoming release of Skyrim scoring 100,000 views in a matter of 3 months, and a Christmas video with Francis receiving lightsabers as a gift, achieving more than 700,000 views by Christmas Day of that year. Do you know what Skyrim is?
Jackson, don't be condescending to me, even though you have a right to do so in every scenario except this one. Yes, I do know that. And
what
as
is
a result, I feel smug.
What is it?
It's one of your little games that you play.
One of those moving pictures.
It's like a movie, but you're the star.
I'm interested in seeing what games you know, because if you know of the game, I feel like that means it is truly like it broke into the mainstream.
Cataclysmic.
Yeah.
Basically, I pretty much only know of a game if it's turned into a movie. That's how you know. Don't ask me unless it has been.
Do you know what lightsabers are?
Yes.
Okay, sweet.
You're talking about in the movies, right?
Yeah, I mean, just lightsabers in general.
All right, Jackson, I feel like you're being deliberately condescending to me.
No.
And strangely, I do appreciate it.
Yeah, you love being talked down to. It's one character trait I've noticed. You love it. You're way more sub than anyone gives you the right to be, or anyone gives you credit for.
A sad reality that I will not retort because I'm a sub.
This great year full of viral hits for Boogie saw him end the year with 80,000 subscribers to his channel, for which he made a candid video thanking his fans. 2011 definitely seemed to be the year that Steven honed in on his successful formulas. And although he still humorously embraced his obesity in videos, his focus and development of the Francis character was proving to be working wonders for him. Outside of his online domain, Boogie's YouTube fame was also helping him generate some real-life progress. Having his channel monetized meant that his YouTube videos were providing him with enough ad revenue to move into a house with Des in 2011, who also quit her job to focus on supporting Boogie's videos and his health. So that's pretty incredible. One YouTube career in 2011 was enough to support him moving into a house in Arkansas, which I assume Arkansas property was probably relatively cheap in 2011.
I imagine he paid 20 grand for the house.
Yeah, probably.
Can you imagine? Like, it's got to be some fibro shack. Has anyone ever seen Boogie's mansion?
Yeah, we've seen it.
Like the outside of it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
It's not like a YouTube mansion or anything like that. It's a fairly
no, but I was
house.
assuming that it was going to be housing commission.
No, it's more than that for sure.
All right.
It's honestly probably bigger than my house.
Huh?
It's probably bigger than my house, honestly.
Yes, you are a humble man, Jackson.
No, I meant in the
Bragging
sense that
about home ownership.
no, I
Because
meant
also
that.
like, oh yeah, that's pretty impressive for 2011.
No, it's like
It's a little bit better than mine. It's you know,
the
no
Australian.
palace, but I call it home.
The Australian property market is fucked in comparison to the Arkansas property market, I'm sure.
The Arkansas property market.
The following years of 2012 and 2013 solidified Boogie as a staple of YouTuber stardom. Commencing with his second most viral video of all time in January of 2012, the legendary viral hit "Where's My Goddamn Mountain Dew," starring Francis. I like how they've got like theatrical names now. Like it's some kind of, it sounds like a 50s silent film title, you know, where it's like a black screen and then the title of the movie would pop up in like white font.
It's quite like that actually. It is. Early YouTube is very much like the early days of cinema. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's quaint. He's got a moustache. You know?
Where's My Goddamn Mountain Dew, starring Francis. Like that. Fuck.
It is charming.
It is. This was quickly followed up by more Francis mega hits, including Fat Guy Destroys Xbox in February. Who can forget that?
Mega hits. Oh, yeah.
Who could forget?
Come on, Jackson, admit it. You love Boogie more than you love your wife.
Who could, I was fiance, first of all, but yes. Also, Fat Guy
don't
Destroys...
nerd check me.
Right, whatever.
Giant fat ass! You're the fat ass! No, you're the fat ass! You're the fat ass!
This is not a bad looking house.
How do you keep calling me fat online?
How do they know you're fat?
I don't know how they know I'm fat! God damn it! God damn it!
By the way, his wife is, or fiance is holding the camera. He just threw something directly at her.
God damn it!
Yeah, but he's in character.
God
Yeah.
You must aware.
What did you do?
Well, the goddamn
She
thing
knew
is
what she was getting
ready.
herself into
We're
when
not
she held the
buying you
camera.
another one.
Well, it's my money. I'll buy one if I goddamn want one. God damn it! The third one that's here. God damn it! You think they'll fix it again?
I don't know.
God damn it! God damn it! God.
Francis, calm
What?
down. Calm down.
No!
Not that poor Xbox. I hate seeing hardware abuse.
Fucking thing, God. Fuck!
What is it with figures like Chris Chan and Boogie destroying consoles in like the most lazy way where it has to take them like 10 minutes to do it?
I just don't think that they're capable of doing anything physical. Like, look at them. They're kind of just little pudges. They don't have muscle structure.
I thought you were going to say like they're not capable of harming anything to do with video games. Like there's some kind of mental inhibition in their brain that causes them not to use their full strength.
Well, there's
against
definitely
it.
that resistance that's happening for sure, don't you think?
I don't want to hurt my precious video games.
This is hurting him a lot.
Mm-hmm. To see such a defenseless, innocent creature. Such
The only
as
way
this
you can do it
Xbox
is
console.
through another character. That's it.
True, yeah. And another in which he flipped a table while playing Magic the Gathering in March, which was another big hit. I remember this
I
one.
don't understand why you're not attacking. What am I gonna do? Block with the fucking dice?
You might. I mean,
Well, no, it's just bullshit.
you got a lot of mana.
What I'm trying to say is, fine. I don't even have cards in my hand. And I talk like a fucking land. This says 14 of 17. Fuck!
So are you done?
Yeah, go. Just go. Go ahead and attack me.
Okay, well, first I got the turn record doubles triggers on my...
I don't care.
Well, it's a mandatory trigger I actually got to resolve.
Fuck, I'm at 6, dude.
Well, I can't do anything. It's my upkeep.
God damn it.
So, here, we'll do this.
Seriously, I'm gonna scoop. I'm gonna scoop.
You don't have to scoop. You don't have to scoop. You're not
I've never
actually-
seen Magic the Gathering actually played. This looks extremely confusing.
No.
3.
I'll get this card back.
God damn
Okay,
it.
it's a Grasp Phantom.
It doesn't matter. What are you gonna do? Balance my human?
I really don't know what your deck's capable of is the problem, though.
God damn it.
Um,
I'm losing my patience.
God, you double play. Fuck! You're kidding! Judge. Fuck! Fuck this kid! Fuck you! So I win, right?
9 million views. So good.
I guess
Thanks.
the table flip was worth it.
That was a good one. That was a classic. That was vintage Boogie. Thanks to these early hits in 2012, Boogie naturally kept the Angry Francis content coming, because why not? You're getting millions of views per hit, and all you have to do is beat up a defenseless Xbox or flip a table.
Spit out, yeah.
Although there are far too many to list from these couple of years, some more viral highlights include Francis getting a Furby, destroying another Xbox 360, this time with an axe, showing off his Nerf gun collection, spending hundreds of dollars on Candy Crush, more hacked account videos, unboxing a PS4, and another Christmas video. Video games were in an awkward spot at the time, with unfinished games and poor online services becoming increasingly common, meaning Boogie had plenty of material to work with for Francis freakouts. Things were truly looking up for Boogie during these years in many ways, and he had consistently found himself growing in relevance. He had found a formula that clicked with his audience, getting hundreds of thousands to millions of views on his videos, and was really beginning to develop a strong fan base that existed for his unique brand of content. In just the 2 years of 2012 and 2013 alone, his channel grew from 100,000 subscribers in March of 2012 to 1 million subscribers in November of 2013, an incredible achievement. I mean, yeah, 1 million in
Props
1
to that.
year. Not bad.
It's not bad.
I guess it's more like 2 years, but whatever. Same. It's a short amount of time.
Yeah.
He even managed to win a category of King of the Web, a vote-based internet personality competition in 2012. Things couldn't have been going better, yet he had one more IRL milestone up his sleeve. As he had hinted in his Reddit AMA previously, on the 29th of July 2012, he proposed to his girlfriend Des via a YouTube video. They had been together for around 2 years by this point, and she said yes. He was even starting to lose weight in this time period, losing 50 pounds, which is around 22.5 kilograms, between July and December of 2012. That's such an enormous amount of weight.
Happy. Yeah, 50 kilos.
No, 22.5 kilograms. It's still an
2.5
enormous...
kilograms. Yeah, it's still a lot. I couldn't eat that in one sitting.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I just wanted it confirmed.
And here's the video of Will You Marry Me? And I want you to pretend like he's saying it directly to you, so you know.
Okay,
What's
I'm sure
up,
you
ladies
have done
and
that in the
gentlemen of
past.
YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you live once again. You know, when I was a kid, there were a lot of things I wanted that I guess I'll never probably achieve.
I'm skipping
I
forward.
wanted to be the first fat guy in space.
Shut up.
It gave me
Just say the words.
Just do the demeaning
entertain
thing.
people. And more importantly, it gave me you.
Me?
Des.
Oh.
And
yeah, you are lost in his eyes. I can't believe it, Jackson. You have a homosexual love affair with this man. You do. Like the fact that when he took his glasses off, don't you think he looks dreamy?
In the 37 years before, 35 years, 36 years before I met you, I've gained control of my eating habits for the first time in my life.
Oh, that's lovely.
Gained control of my mental capacity, my depression, my misery,
yes.
anguish.
What's that in the background?
And not only have I become happier, I've actually become happy.
Better.
The kind of happy that when I wake up in the morning, I'm glad to face the day. And when I go to bed at night, I'm kind of sad because the day is over. I think...
Yeah, the way that he speaks all the time is just so grand.
And performative.
Like he's in this incredible
I'm more set
adventure.
than I've ever been.
It's performative.
I feel like my career is on the right
exactly.
track. I feel that mentally I'm on the right track. I feel like my heart is in the right place. And beyond that, beyond those things, you gave me something I always needed.
A boner.
I love your family. And I think they love me. Your parents are some of the best people in the world. Your extended family is absolutely fantastic. I love being with them. I love being around them. And they at least tolerate me, which is more than I could have ever hoped for. But not only that, you've given me the possibility, the future of creating a family of my own.
Ooh.
Something we've been working on together for the past
I love that.
Yeah, work is the right word with a fat guy, isn't it?
I love the concept of him talking like this, and in the background there's like Spider-Man posters, man cave, like an unmade bed. Nothing about this screams.
You've
man.
turned me into a man.
Nothing about this screams man who's got his life together to the point where he shouldn't be having kids. It's like he's in a kid's room right now.
Yeah.
Something I dreamt about as a
Let's
child.
get married.
Something that not only did I need,
He's a 37-year-old man.
but something that I wanted. Someone to
This top comment, Boggy.
Boggy.
Boogie.
The Bogster.
Boogie has to have one of the most warmest smiles I've ever seen.
be with,
See,
to love,
he catches
to
all of us
cherish,
in the heart.
to have.
It's
and to
really
hold,
weird. He's attractive to heterosexual men.
etc., etc.
No.
Yeah,
that's why
that's
I
you, Jackson.
wanted
You love
to,
it.
That's why I wanted to make it official. So I got you this. And Des, I'm asking you to marry me. Will you marry me? Please say yes. Please say yes. Please say yes.
Well, I'd imagine that if I was a neckbeard, I'd find it romantic.
The performative aspect at the end there with the also, by the way, 4 minutes to ask the question, but it says it in the title as well, so she would have immediately seen.
Yeah, I know, it's so dumb.
All of this is so dumb.
And you didn't have to get to the 8 minutes back then, right?
No.
Yeah, so he's just rambling.
This part here, the please say yes.
Will you marry me? Please say yes.
I also love because it's on his it's on his channel, the fucking videos, the suggested videos of his new content up here of him with his new young girlfriend. Worst best year ever. This is and it's like it's so perfect.
You might also like coming up next on YouTube.
He's barely legal new girlfriend. Please say yes. Please say yes.
Wait, how's he do with views these days? Yeah, that's so creepy. I really don't like his little fat hands at the end there. How's he do these days?
I don't know. We'll cover that in the future.
I don't want to cover it now.
No, future. We've got to edge
You're no fun at
ourselves.
all, Jackson. I hate
Edge. We got to edge. Edging is important.
Now, I know
to
you're a
the series.
fan of edging, but I just want to get it over and done with.
Oh, listen to this. Boogie also hit the big time at the commencement of 2013, landing a spot in Volkswagen's Super Bowl teaser commercial titled Sunnyside, officially released on January 24th. Released as a teaser for the car company's 2013 marketing campaign, the commercial featured Boogie alongside many incidental viral internet personalities. Let's have a look at that.
Yeah, we got to look at that. Support our boy.
Love cats. I just want to hug all of them, but I can't.
Who said that? Thank you. Drastic times required.
Oh, yeah, that guy was sick.
You told me to do this.
These were all viral videos at the time.
I told you not to do the sparkle, and you told me to do it.
Remember when like YouTube was new and it was finally hitting the mainstream with viral videos and stuff, and the concept of viral videos became itself mainstream, and then all of like the corporations and big companies started trying to emulate that and like weave it into their own content to be like, ha, look how cool and trendy we are at Volkswagen. We get internet memes as well, guys.
Yeah, imagine being one of those people.
Get out of here, you jack.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about cats again.
It's Boogie!
Come on, get happy. Come on, yeah. Come on, get happy.
Such a different time period.
Yeah, I don't like this period. It gives me bad memories.
Baseball manager. We'll make you happy. Screaming politician. We'll make you happy.
Oh, there you go. Boogie was in a Super Bowl commercial. Also, that advertised the car somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Was there a car at all in it? It wasn't even a road.
That's the power
there we
of
go.
German engineering, I guess.
What the fuck? That was also a really weird period of time, wasn't it?
Where commercials
Just
had nothing
showing
to do
like
with the
two
products.
people having sex for 30 seconds and then at the end being like Calvin Klein jeans. What?
Well,
There's
I'm turned
no
on.
shot of the brand at all, huh?
Well, they know when you're turned on, you're going to be way more likely to make impulse decisions.
I swear to God, like a lot of advertising strategy psychology stuff is just, you know, suits being like, yeah, this is definitely what happens. Like just bloviators.
No, I think it's just confuse and bedazzle. And when people are confused, they're more likely to just buy things.
No, okay. Yeah, it kind of made me feel like buying jeans. Fair enough.
Well, you've remembered it. You've remembered the
Yeah.
fucking product.
Well, I'm turned on, so I better open up my wallet.
I want what they've got. Jeans. Boogie.
So that's how you have sex.
Wearing jeans. Boogie excitedly shared his commercial feature to his YouTube audience, thanking them for helping him grow and reach new heights. You've never been in the Super Bowl commercial, Jordan.
Yeah, I have.
Oh. Boogie
Yeah, no,
also jumped.
that was me. I was Kanye West last year.
You were that Spanish guy at the Super Bowl yesterday?
What? Super Bowl was yesterday?
Yeah, Bad Bunny. Did you miss that? Bad Bunny was performing.
Yeah, I heard something about it. Why did everyone crack the shits about it, did they?
I don't know. Some people, well, it's fucking 2026. Everyone cracks the shits about everything.
Yeah, right, okay, yeah.
Boogie also jumped on some other viral trends during these years, which got a decent amount of views, including the Cinnamon Challenge, mocking other viral videos, the Harlem Shake, and prank calls. I gotta watch the Harlem Shake. That's one meme I remember.
Yeah.
It's the Harlem Shake Fat Gamer Nerd Edition, 1.2 million views. Boggy. So at the top comment it says Boggy. That shows the audience.
Nah, this isn't bad.
Man,
I like the Harlem Shake even now. I used to hate it as a kid.
There
we go.
As a kid, you were like,
yes, a mere supple 23-year-old man.
Stop trying to pretend like you're
My
not
body
old.
was supple and as much of a treasure as Boogie's, all right? At that age. I was a supple virgin.
I mean, I think it's. I look back at that time period with nostalgia, but I cannot watch the videos now. It's painful. It creates too much cringe.
Really? Okay, so back then you were like, this is so cool, Harlem Shake.
No,
Yay.
no, I didn't.
Yes, you were. Come on, don't.
No,
act like
I
you
seriously
were.
didn't.
Yes, you were.
Even back then, I was like, Harlem Shake, this shit's lame. But I was probably trying to be cool and counterculture or whatever. But at the same time, like nowadays, I look back at that time period with rose-tinted glasses and I'm like, damn, I wish I could go back and live back then. Everything was so much more simple. Everything was nice. Everything
a lot
was
more
friendly.
positive.
Yeah, a lot more positive. But then you look back at it and it's like, damn, that shit is actually cringe. I remember why I didn't like it back then.
It just legitimately is. You're right. There's no way around it.
Grass is greener, always.
Always.
Notably, he also began to post more rambling type videos where he talked out of character and as himself about his life, his personal experiences, gaming news, and current world events. Though overall, these generally received fewer numbers of views compared to his Francis videos, but they still helped cement Steven as a YouTube figure instead of just Boogie or Francis. One trend that Boogie jumped onto in 2013 that did incredibly well for him was a Draw My Life video. This was a trend where YouTubers would tell the story of their childhoods and lives up until that point, usually illustrated. Yeah, this entire episode, this first part of the Boogie...
Remember this?
Yeah, it's been member berries, basically. Of
It's
early
all
YouTube.
member berries. I'm liking the member berries, though.
Yeah, this
Carry
nostalgic.
on. Keep feeding my nostalgia and reminding me of doors that have permanently closed that I will never open again.
That was sad.
Well, it is sad, isn't it?
It is
Nostalgia is sad.
Now that you've remembered that you were a 23-year-old young supple man or whatever, and now you're a crusty,
young supple virgin ready to be deflowered, like
ready to find the person you'll share your body with one day.
I'll share my body with.
It's so sad though. Now you're like
Dude, you can't be a man and say that. I'm sorry.
It's so sad. Now you're like a 45-year-old crusty old man who's had his body shared with so many times.
Shared with.
It's gross. It is sad. Sad
All right, I really don't like the phrase shared with. I find that the most offensive. Nah, okay, Ray William Johnson was more offensive. I'm still keeping tabs though. What is the slackest thing that Jackson can say this list?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
What do I mean? What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
You said what I say is slack? What do you mean?
I'm saying you're a slack cunt, Jackson.
Why?
And you're getting slacker and slacker.
How?
Saying that I'm like Ray William Johnson. They're saying that my body has been, what, shared?
Too many times.
I suppose it has been.
You've lost your value. Your body's lost
we've
its
had
value.
some good times. Just like the Harlem Shake. I did a different type of Harlem Shake, if you know what I mean.
Your body's shelf life has expired. Notably.
Thanks, Jackson. Anyway, back to the script. Just wanted to chuck that in. All right, let's get back to business.
But it's in the script. This was a trend where YouTubers would tell their story of their childhoods and lives up until that point, usually illustrated on a whiteboard with their narration overdubbed. This was one of the first times Boogie openly discussed his childhood in detail to viewers, including his abusive parents and consequential struggle with his physical and mental health. Boogie rounded out the video with a heartfelt thank you to viewers and a rather ominous statement about what the future might hold. But for now, at least, Boogie had little to worry about.
Draw My Life was the most self-indulgent trend that ever existed, wasn't it? It was absolute wankery, and they all did that. And I never had any friends until you guys, so thank you so much. Now let's watch his.
Yeah, the end anyway.
And you know, I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. I might get sick again, or maybe you guys are going to stop watching my channel, or maybe my fiance will decide she doesn't want to marry me, and that would make me really sad. Maybe I'd go crazy like my family did. But one thing is for certain. Right here, right now, in this moment of time, I'm happier than I've ever been. And I owe all of that to you. For watching my videos, for sharing them, for subscribing, for being part of my life. You've given me everything that sad little boy ever wanted. And I love you for it. Thank you.
How do you fuck up a K like that? That is devious.
That is a weird K. It's like a ninja star.
I really mean it.
And he tried it twice too.
You've given me everything I ever dreamt of, everything I ever wanted, just with the click of a mouse, just by watching my videos. I owe you everything. I owe you my life.
Dude, his bedroom's dirty.
This is paradise. I owe you my life.
Okay, what do you think happened after he films that? What are the chances? Do you think that he went into a tub of lard and rubbed it on his tits? Do you think he jacked off? Or do you think that he went to playing World of Warcraft again? Right after this heartfelt moment.
I don't see how any of those preclude the others from happening at the same time.
Lard is a good lube. I'll give it that. I know from experience.
This is what you guys have enabled and allowed for this paradise, this proverbial paradise to exist. I hate
just doing that, like rubbing yourself with lard and jacking off at the same time. Thank you.
This is how he would always end his videos, by the way. This performative, I owe you everything. I owe you my life. If you click away, I will surely die.
I will kill myself. That's what he's saying.
That's the implication.
If you stop watching me, I will kill myself. But that's okay. I still forgive you. That's what a great person is.
Yes, exactly. You've nailed it. That's him. And, you know, my family went crazy and there was a lot of death there. You don't want that to happen to me, right? So manipulative. Boogie's exponential rise to internet stardom and recent ventures into television commercials made him a hot prospect for reality TV producers. Premiering on the 27th of February 2014, Boogie was featured on the controversial British Channel 4 series Super Sized vs. Super Skinny, appearing in episode 7 of their 7th and final season. This reality show involved 2 guests on the opposite ends of the weight spectrum, with both participants usually engaging in some form of eating disorder and unhealthy habits. In the episode, Boogie featured as a scared straight tactic for the episode's obese subject, Joseph, who visited him at his Arkansas home. Boogie's role, being 15 stone, which is about 95 kilograms, heavier than Joseph, was to showcase the medical and lifestyle challenges that came with his size as a way of deterring Joseph's escalating eating behaviors. Throughout his feature, Boogie explained his daily limitations and chronic pain experienced due to his overeating, including his diabetes, arthritis, lymphedema, and high blood pressure. Boogie also candidly discussed the cocktail of medications he had to take on a daily basis to manage his condition, including aspirin, ibuprofen, and shots of cortisone. Boogie took to YouTube a few days before its premiere to promote the episode, claiming his role to be that of a consultant. He noted that the show, although it was meant to assist the weight struggles of Joseph, actually became an eye-opener for himself and his own fears about his health choices. Interestingly, however, Boogie had uploaded a YouTube video just a few years prior to his engagement with the UK series, where he shared his criticisms of weight loss reality shows. He called out the exploitative and shady nature of these shows, as well as the dangers of promoting rapid weight loss within a short span of time without offering constructive long-term strategies. Despite later claiming in his promotional video he had done his due diligence researching into the show prior to signing on, Super Size vs. Super Skinny was indeed cancelled following their 2014 season due to intense criticism of the program's subliminal body shaming and exploitation of eating disorders, showing how little research Boogie actually did into the show. By this point in time, however, Boogie had amassed a strong community, many of whom felt that he was a kind and gentle person with fair and considered opinions about hot topics, and not the clothing store. He was seen as someone whose takes were reasonable and mainstream friendly, hardly ever voicing a take or opinion that was even mildly out of sync with his opinion or with the opinion of 90% of the internet. And even if he did say something that was slightly askew of that, he never did so with the conviction that would make an eventual walk back from said opinion impossible. However, even with this tactic of milquetoast opinions designed to placate the masses,
do you think he was the king of, like, was he the first guy that, it's really interesting going back into YouTube and thinking, this is where it all started.
Like,
you know?
milquetoast opinions.
Well, like Ray William Johnson with sort of like react content, which I suppose has gotten to the point where all you do is stream, so it's even lazier than that now. Mm-hmm. And there's also, fence sitting, as the kids say.
Yeah.
Was Boogie the first to come up with that?
No, probably not. I don't think he was.
All right, you don't have to be so snarky, Jackson.
Well, no,
okay?
But I don't know anything
I
else.
don't appreciate the tone.
I don't know.
Like, you're trying to educate an old caveman here, and you're just being like, you don't know what a quantum computer is? What a fucking idiot.
You earnestly believe that Boogie came up with the concept of fence sitting?
Yes, I actually sincerely do think that. Am I wrong? Or?
No, you're right. He did. He was in the lab cooking that one up all night.
Well, then maybe I should be smug at you then, Jackson.
Clearly.
Doesn't feel nice, does it?
No, it doesn't. It makes me very sad inside. How could you do that?
I'm glad.
Yeah, you would be glad about that.
Yeah, I like the thought of you being sad, Jackson.
Yeah, why? Why do you enjoy that? Let's get to the bottom of that.
I think it
makes you feel strong. Is that what it is? Makes you feel?
Yeah, I think so. I think it just makes me feel like a big man. That's pretty much it.
How could you, in this episode where we tear down a morbidly obese man over 3 hours, how could you get off
and accuse him of lying about literally everything bad that's ever happened to him?
How could you get off on feeling smug and superior over someone? It doesn't make sense. However, even with this tactic of milquetoast opinions designed to placate the masses, which he himself created the concept of, it became harder to please everyone, and he began to
said
face...
it in the text. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah,
Your witness.
It wasn't ad-lib at all. He became harder to please everyone, and he began to face some criticism from his audience, who felt his opinions were progressively becoming softer, and that he was deliberately fence-sitting on issues to pander to both sides or aisles of any given topic, with many seeing that as being worse than just taking a firm stand for something. What do you think about fence sitters?
I just honestly think it's a very good YouTube tactic. I don't see why everyone's pissed off at it. What do you think about it? Because, like, honestly, you understand the mind of YouTube much better than I do.
Oh, well, as a tactic for creating content online, then of course, to create content that is engaging but not divisive is probably like the most important trait that your content can have, because you want a mass appeal. Of course, if that's what you want, or if you want to appeal to a dedicated base of psychopath extremists, you can do that, and they're probably going to be like way more engaged about your content. But I find that if you do appeal to those kinds of people, then you're always on the defensive, right? Or
What do you mean you're
automatically.
always on the defensive?
Well, you've always got to cater to their whims, and when they have those kinds of very dedicated opinions, if you even stray like a little bit away from that opinion, then they'll crucify you for it. So it's a balancing
It's a
act.
delicate dance.
Yeah, I mean, I don't fault anyone for being fence sitters.
You
I think
don't?
it's no, I don't. I don't.
I just really can't see what's so offensive about being a fence sitter.
Well, because it's at its base, you only do it because you're trying to get mass appeal, and it's like a pretty slimy way of disingenuous way
it's
of living.
slimy. Yeah, yeah.
Like no one is actually that
fence
milk
sitter.
toast and fence sitting. Like you have to actively try to do that, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
we all have opinions that we hold on to and we believe earnestly. Like Boogie definitely has opinions that he earnestly believes, but he would have to drag himself to the fence to be digestible to the masses in the way that he was. So it's a choice, and as such, it's disingenuous. And so yeah, there's something negative about that being disingenuous, obviously. But as a business strategy to get big on YouTube and make a lot of money, then yeah, I don't necessarily fault people for doing that. It's a
Right.
path.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you think?
I just think that I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those things of we live in such a.
You know what's funny?
much
Actually,
more
before
dystopic
you
age,
go
yeah.
on, I just realized I fence sat on that opinion.
But on the other hand,
It's pretty ironic.
Oh, you king, Jackson.
I know. That's pretty great.
Show them how it's done. See, that's
Now
what
that's
you get
how
from
you fence
studying.
it.
Yeah. That was for educational purposes only. Don't try this at home.
Don't fence it at home. What do you think?
I just think that, like, I don't know. I think we live in such a much more dystopic age than the one that we're looking at now. That fence sitters are, really the least of your problems online, aren't they? Literally.
Well, the argument would be they're the biggest problem online because they create an air of, they're trying to create an air of normalcy in a situation where normalcy shouldn't exist. Like there's an extreme, like with Epstein and stuff, like fence sitting on that.
Who's fence sitting on Epstein?
I'm sure there's fence sitters out there for everything.
See, that's the whole thing. Okay, that's the whole thing that's like annoying about a fence sitter, right? It's kind of just like, oh, everyone else is saying Epstein's bad, so I'm going to say it's bad. It's that. It's whatever is the popular opinion. They just regurgitate that.
You don't like that.
In fact, now that I think about it, fence sitting, I find far less offensive than, oh, this is the popular opinion. I will just repeat. I fucking hate those
without
people.
any levels.
I hate that.
The issue with fence sitting is it's got a negative connotation when it's disingenuous, but there, like my opinion just then about fence sitting, that is my earnest opinion about it. So I was attempting to explain my genuine feelings about something, but it came across as fence sitting. So now I'm a fence sitter, even though it is my genuine, opinion. So the issue with fence sitting is if you take any reasonable kind of stance on something, then you are just labeled as a fence sitter by obviously the other more extreme opinions. So it's difficult, right? How do you
Get more
not
fence sitting? What?
How do you not take an extreme stance to avoid the label of being a fence sitter?
Well, see, this is the other thing. I think that there probably are people. Yes, there's never going to be somebody that can fence sit on every issue ever. But like, actually, is fence sitting even like a good tactic in this day and age? I really don't think that it is.
No, because our culture. I don't know. Actually, it's hard.
No, I think that like now it's pretty much stake your opinion, play to that audience. That's the way that you get big these days. Sure.
These
like
days,
fence
yeah.
sitting is like kind of an old concept now.
Yeah, it's become
very
less,
much, you know what fence sitting is?
less palatable.
Yes, it's the news equivalent of when, say, CNN or something like that really tried to take it to the nth degree. They're like, we're non-biased, we report, you decide. Like, it's just this thing of like, yeah, but some things are objectively bad. I get it now. I get why it's annoying. But the thing is that, you know, CNN had to ditch that model. It's just not workable in this day and age. It's too boring.
I think, oh man, I think what you said before a second ago about how the most important thing to me is if someone is being genuine about their opinions, if they're not just echoing the sentiment of whatever they think gets them the most arse pats, if they earnestly believe in the opinion that they are saying, then I have less of an issue of that than if they are just pandering or parroting whatever they think will get them the most amount of praise, whether that's fence sitting or a more extreme kind of take. As long as you like actually earnestly believe it.
I actually respect somebody who has the chutzpah to come out and say extreme shit for attention.
Yeah.
Like, that's way more respect worthy than, you know, but this person also has. It's just kind of lame. At the end of the day, fence sitting is lame.
Do you have more do you think more highly of them if they like believe in the extreme thing that they're saying, or just the fact that they're saying it at all?
No, I put on the rank of respect in my own mind. Very highly coveted. You should strive for it, everybody in the audience, according to me. But I think that somebody that is saying inflammatory things just to get a rise is more respect worthy in my mind than fence sitting.
Even if the fence sitter like actually believes that the thing that they're saying, regardless of whether or not it's the popular opinion.
No. We're talking about insincere opinions now. The insincere hierarchy.
Okay. Yeah.
And the insincere hierarchy saying inflammatory things, because at least it takes some chutzpah, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. If it's all insincere, if we're on a basis of insincerity right now, then yes, saying the extreme things insincerely is more commendable than taking the safe insincere out.
What a dumb conversation.
I know.
But yeah.
But seriously, it's like something kind of innate to how I feel about things that people say, but I've never actually sat down and deconstructed why I feel that way before, or how I even feel that way about like
insincerity is annoying. Yeah,
or
that's
insincerity. So it's actually kind of helpful to talk about it that way.
Yes.
So thank you for that. You've cleared things up for me.
Anytime, Jackson. Anytime. Now, let's go back to laughing at this answer.
Now, back to Boogie. Where was I?
God, he's fat.
You wouldn't need to dig deep to find some evidence of this safe opinion farming as his channel had and profile developed. One example can be seen from 2011, where Boogie shared a hard stance on current affairs, specifically about the Stop Online Piracy Act, or SOPA, in which he galvanized his audience to reject the bill. Granted, the SOPA bill faced an enormous amount of online backlash at the time and was largely rejected by most people, so Boogie didn't lose much in the way of popularity by sharing a commonly held opinion. There we go. So basically, he echoed the popular sentiment vehemently. And let's listen to that.
And let's listen.
Now, I'm not much for a slippery slope argument, but this bill would allow all of these things to happen as it's worded. And I understand that the idea of the open seas of the internet and open seas of piracy are the days are numbered. I get that. And they tried 4 or 5 different angles over the past couple of years. This one cannot.
Politicians should be listening to this man. The man sitting in a dark, dingy, dirty bedroom with a picture of Slave Leia in the background prominently above the bed.
Filming his mum in a wheelchair frying refried meat.
I will not sit by and watch them.
You will literally sit by. You can't stand up.
Yeah.
Censor our free speech. Censor our way of using the internet. Censor our way of dealing with the market, dealing with startup companies, dealing with with
All
the
things I'm sure he
internet
does.
itself. I will
Mhm.
not see them
He's
stamp
an
out
entrepreneur.
user-generated material for the sake of 10% more profits for Walmart, Sony, Nintendo, and a handful of other companies. And I hope that you feel the same way. So if you do, here's what you can do. You can follow the links below. You'll find links to, if you're here in America, you'll find the links to your representatives. You'll also find a link to the email addresses of the 15 people who are sponsoring this bill. It's a bipartisan bill.
Boogie supports domestic terrorism.
If you're wondering whether or not American can be bipartisan, they sure can when it comes to destroying your free speech, but that's fine. Down below, write these people, call these people, make a handwritten letter and send it to them. These things make an impact. Call them, tell them you don't like the bill, tell them why you don't like the bill, explain it to them in great detail. And trust me, this has worked before. Hopefully it'll work again. Now I know a lot of you are going to think, yeah, our congressmen are too bought and paid for this to work, that you're not going to change their mind. And that's probably true. But
what a motivational speech to even fence it that opinion at the end. Like,
But also
this
the
is probably
guy that was
useless.
just like, they exploit fat people for views. Would you like to be exploited for views? Yes, sir.
Wait, what did he
I'd
just say?
rather die trying. Fuck, he's noble, isn't he?
It's a fucking
Yes, he would.
online piracy act. It's not like you're fucking storming Normandy. Boogie, calm down.
I would rather
Let's see what we
die.
can
I
do.
would rather die for that, really.
Well, what did he say before? He's just a walking cliche of what he thinks is noble, which is
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
I'll fight for your right to say mean things about me.
That was really cringy. The like, I don't know. The Voltaire quote is just it's again, it's all this thing of just like at some point something becomes cringy because it's been said too many times. So I don't know, but like, yeah, fuck, that was a tough one to swallow as well.
No, something can be true. Obviously, some kind of statement can be true, but through the act of repetitive use by people that don't, again, it's disingenuous. So his use of a true thing disingenuously is cringe.
Yeah, I'd rather die. So yeah,
It's
sure.
it's only ever used those sentences are only ever used by disingenuous fucks like Boogie who think that it sounds dramatic and cool. And his moment to take a stand, damn it.
And he's right. It was very cool.
Yeah, it got wet. Or whatever. Whatever happens down there.
Yeah. We'll get back to educating you in another episode, Jackson. That's what one of these red threads should be.
Educating me?
Yeah, just how babies are made. Then your face on the front looking shocked.
Yeah, doing YouTube pop face. That's how?
What? That's something that has never changed. Once somebody figured out widening your mouth works, it's stayed like that forever.
Yeah, but I can't
no
do
one
it
has
without
improved on that.
I can't do it without looking like I'm about to get to third base. So it's a bit unfortunate.
Yeah. That's why it's perfect for it.
Compared to a few years later in 2014, Boogie could arguably seen to be softening up on his public assessments in some cases, even posting follow-up videos to his usual skits after facing mild criticism from a small pocket of viewers. One instance can be taken from April, where Boogie felt compelled to make a follow-up video for a Jesse Weighs In skit, and remember Jesse is like the redneck character that he would play, Jesse Weighs In skit, about the death of WWF wrestler The Ultimate Warrior. Gonna make the claim right now, I'm sure you're the same. I don't know anything about fucking wrestling at all. I don't know your Hulk Hogan's from your Undertakers. I don't know any of it. So that's an American thing. I'm sure you're the same.
A lot of Australians that are really into it, man.
Really?
I will never understand why wrestling is big. Never.
No,
but
yeah,
it
same.
is. Yeah. It's
Like,
just not my thing.
I get watching sport. I get watching theater.
Yeah, but soap opera sport. It's a weird one.
I don't get that. But hey, no, you know what? I'm not gonna fence it. Fuck that. Fuck wrestling. You're stupid for watching wrestling. There we go. There's a big strong opinion. That's gonna get some hate.
That was a really fucking strong opinion.
Yeah,
Jesus,
how's
I
that?
wish you did fence it, that one. It's pretty insane.
Is it too late to walk it back? Why did I choose that one?
No, always, just this. But on the other hand, you deserve your rights, and I will defend it to the death. There you go.
I will fight to the death for this one.
I will fight to the death for you to watch pro wrestling. I cannot sit by.
I will take a stand. I will write to my representatives.
No, that is really cringy too. That like send a letter to your MP.
I know, it's so fun. Just affirmative kind of action that does absolutely nothing at the end of the day, but the person clicking send gets to feel like they're doing something.
Yeah,
I'm helping.
Yeah, and also just like usually not even writing a letter. That's the other thing. That's
just
annoying.
copying like a copy paster, whatever someone else has put up there. Yeah.
It's incredible because like in this day and age, honestly, if you are doing that, all you are doing is joining a mailing list. It's a way to get people conned into some sort of think tank or NGO that just is going to ask you for donations for the rest
Interesting
of your life.
conspiracy. So you think that the senators and the representatives are putting out the call to spam themselves with these copy paste emails so that they can add your email to their mailing list?
No, not the congressman. I can tell you what happens with the congressman. I know from looking from just knowing people in politics. The staffer opens it up and just goes, "Another fucking one, people." Dear sir, we are considering your opinion. Thank you very much. Democracy matters. Like they do that with that. I'm saying that when you have somebody that usually says,
You're wrong, first of all. They don't sit there going, what they do is they copy paste a template back. So it's just two people copy pasting.
So weird, isn't it? No one reading.
No one reading. Oh my God, that's that is an insane concept.
It is insane. I can't believe it's gotten to this
Two
stage.
people taking action, but actually not engaging with the action itself.
Because it's like straight up collectivism. There's like no actual effort in it. But yeah, usually when somebody has the sign this petition to end X insert whatever, it's always just an NGO that wants a mailing list. That's the point of that. They know that it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Nothing ever happens.
No, it's so silly.
Not only, in the skit about the death of WWF wrestler The Ultimate Warrior, he was my favorite one. Not only did Boogie outright explain the bit to a handful of offended viewers, whilst offering admiration for the wrestler, he interestingly glossed over the performer's controversies, commenting that he was happy to, quote, let sleeping dogs lie. So, okay, we're going to go through this real quick. So there was a skit that he posted where he plays the character Jesse, and he weighs in that this Ultimate Warrior guy, this wrestler, died. It's a 5-minute long skit where he talks about being sad.
Because today, if y'all don't know, Ultimate Warrior was found collapsed in front of his vehicle, and the paramedics showed up, and they grabbed his hand, and they raised it, and it fell to the ground, and they grabbed it again, and it fell to the ground, and they did it a third time, and when it hit the ground again, they declared him legally dead.
So the skit basically is being sad about the fact that this warrior is gone.
The man is dead. May the warrior live forever. That's what I think.
So it's an Oscar performance, obviously. It was
It's not bad.
It was
Not bad.
nominated for good reason.
As it deserves.
But people obviously took issue with the fact that he was honoring this Ultimate Warrior to some degree. There was I didn't see any other comments, but apparently some people commented that, Ultimate Warrior was a bad man. I don't know why. Again, I don't know anything about wrestling. It must have been pretty fucking bad for even wrestling fans to be like, damn, that guy's...
Yeah, I know.
That guy's
oh
not
my
good.
God, it's Vince McMahon. Yeah.
Probably pretty bad. So he got some shit about that, and then he posted another video where he says this.
And tonight's video was me honoring the warrior as best I could. And if it wasn't good enough for you, I'm sorry. I did my best. I tried my best. I made that video because one of my friends who I've shared wrestling with the entirety of our mutual lives since we've known each other wrote me tonight and said that he was really sad to see the Warrior go, and he asked me to make that video as a tribute, and that's exactly what he did. He said, please use the Jesse character specifically. And I did. I did what you said, Donnie. Some people loved it. Some people saw it as the tribute it was meant to be. Some people don't. And that's all right.
Okay, so I'm going to break this one down for you guys at home. This is his signature Boogie apology. What he does is he immediately says, I'm sorry you felt that way. I'm sorry that I made you feel that way, guys. But here's a reason why it's not actually my fault. My friend made me do it, or I got advice from someone, and so I followed their advice. You can't blame it all on me. And this is incredible. This happens time and time again throughout the years of his apologies, and this is like one of the first examples of this being so perfectly diluted into what will become to be known as a Boogie apology.
If it wasn't good enough for you, I'm sorry.
If it wasn't good enough for you, I'm sorry. Like, basically saying, like, you're fucking insane for taking issue with the fact. And I don't know about this fucking wrestler. It could very well be overblown drama, all right? But what I'm talking about here is the way that he apologizes.
It's a template.
If he ever gets pushback about anything, he will minimize his involvement in the thing happening to however much he can. And he will also make you feel stupid for even feeling that way in the first place. Even if, like, again, you could deserve to feel stupid over this one. I don't know. But, like, that's how he will minimize the severity of the situation.
Okay.
He'll portray himself to be a stumbling idiot a lot of the time to, wow, I can't believe this happened, right? I can't believe you guys took this so seriously. Shit like that. Let's just listen to it one more time.
I did my best. I tried my best. I made that video because one of my friends who I've shared wrestling with the entirety of our mutual lives since we've known each other wrote me tonight and said that he was really sad to see the Warrior go, and he asked me to make that video.
So it was his fault.
And that's exactly what he did. He said, please use the Jesse character specifically. And I did. I did what you said, Donnie.
There we go. He also overacts in terms of facial expressions and things like that. You'll notice they're not. I wouldn't even call them micro acting or anything like that. They're just.
What do you think about Boogie's acting skills in general?
When he's playing a character like Francis or what was the other? Jesse? Honestly, like I gave him props before. He does a pretty good job with character acting. When he's trying to act sincere, it does not work. You can very easily tell when he's playing it up. At least you can now with hindsight. Back then, people bought into this hook, line, and sinker. But it's only through repetitive kind of the process of him being called out on his lies and how he deals with situations that would routinely come up that people kind of figured it out, I guess.
He said, please use the Jesse character specifically. And I did. I did what you said, Donnie. Some people
Last
loved
time
it.
I trust you,
Some people
Donnie.
saw it as the tribute it was meant to be. Some people don't. And that's all right.
That's all
right. And now the end of the apology is always, well, I'm still a good guy and I forgive you guys. I love you. Even if you're mad at me, I love you. It's always the fucking same.
It doesn't matter either way. It's the best I could do.
Pity.
Love you, Warrior. I do really hope you're up there shaking the pearly gates in heaven.
Okay, so we'll see this come up in the future. Like a lot. We're going to be looking at a lot of apologies over this 3-parter. So I can promise you that's going to come up again. And yeah, so the fact that it was the best I could do, guys. I'm just a crazy, mentally ill fatso doing the best he can.
Doing the best I can.
Yeah, it's
trying
just,
to get by one day.
It's the same template every single fucking time. You will notice it ad nauseum. You will notice how insincere it is immediately. Boogie did end up addressing these exact criticisms of being softer and pandering to audiences in a video shortly after this, where he essentially explained that he was in a much better place in his life and therefore took a more positive outlook to many issues. Although this certainly was admirable, the criticisms would reach a new level in September of 2014, and Boogie would get his first proper taste of fan backlash in his YouTube career. So let's just watch that video real quick of where he explains.
Oh, okay, yeah. This is great.
Explains why he's not.
Man, I actually am learning a lot.
Why
I gotta
he
say,
thinks
I
it's-
like your PhD lesson.
Comes down to one small thing. I'm happy. For the first time in a really, really long life, I'm actually genuinely happy, and I owe that to you. So yes, because I enjoy my Xbox One, I'm going to talk about the Xbox One in a positive way. Yes, if I offend you, of course I'm going to apologize, because I don't want you to have hurt feelings. I want you to be happy too.
So Boogie got famous, right, for his Francis character, his Jesse character, etc. These kind of different characters that he would play, the fat guy rage vibes and stuff like that. But as he got more popular and stuff, he started talking to the audience as himself, or what he was portraying to be himself. And people believe that was honestly him, because look at him, he's just talking
And
like
yes,
this.
I'm enjoying life right now, so I'm going to talk about life. And
So he's portraying him. Well, he's being himself. He's talking to the audience through the webcam. He's trying to build he's trying to build himself up as an actual person that, will talk about things and give his opinion and stuff. And that's what people believed. What people would come to find out in 10 years' time, and what I conjecture here, is that this was a character in of itself as well. Of course, Boogie.
What a twist!
Boogie wasn't doing this as a character piece, but every time he would turn on his camera and talk to the audience, he was doing so in a disingenuous way, playing up his best traits, downplaying his other traits, and that's why you get all of these dramatic elements of the kinds of things that he says. What were the things that we were just talking about? I'll fight for your right to say things. I'll stand and fight. All that stuff. It's all performative. It's all fake. It's all insincere, and it is all played up to a dramatic effect.
Man, again, you're dropping dimes on something that you can only do if you have devoted a lot of time to thinking about this.
Boogie2988.
Honestly, you have pegged this man's psychology. It's really impressive, Jackson.
Yeah, but I'm saying, okay, let me finish. Boogie2988.
No, I'm giving you more praise.
Just to sum
You've
it up.
also got a great winning personality. You're quite witty. You've got excellent taste in friends.
Yeah, that's good.
You're a great human being. Good on you.
Thank you very much. Now to finish up this sentence.
You've got an excellent physique.
Okay. Well, now you're being insincere. No, fuck, what was I saying? You've charmed me into forgetting what I was saying.
Go on. I'm out of compliments.
Okay. Yeah, so basically just
I get an erection thinking about you.
I should have known that was coming. You've taken the wind out of my sails. I can't finish it now. I'll finish it this way. Boogie2988 is a character. The person who talks to the webcam, I think, is a character itself as well, or a manipulation.
In a positive way. So yes, you're right. I have gone soft, and my content reflects it. If that makes me an asshole, I'm really happy to be that kind of asshole.
There you go. Another dramatic kind of phrasing.
Yeah.
I guess it sucks to be this awesome, guys.
And allow me to reiterate that I will always be a force for good on the internet as long as I'm capable of being so. I will fight for your rights. I will fight for my rights. I will fight to make the internet a better place every single day. The only thing that changes is I'm going to pick my battles a little better. Now, if these changes to my personality and my content mean you and I don't get to hang out anymore, I understand. I'll miss you when you're gone, but these changes are for the better. But before you go, I'd like to issue this challenge. Don't hit unsubscribe. Just keep checking out the content. Concentrate on the stuff.
Don't actually go, guys. I know I just said. I know I just said.
Goodbye. Please don't go.
I issue you this challenge. How about no, stay, please. Please don't go. I'm so lonely. See, but that's what I mean. Like, he spent like a few minutes here, or a minute talking about, I'm making positive changes, guys. I'm sticking to my guns, and you know what? You're not going to like it if you've come here for me being angry. All right? So, look, I get it. You're going to move on. But please don't. Immediately breaks.
I need this. I really do.
I want stuff that you wouldn't. It worked for me.
No, I've said it a million times that I will always be as open and honest with you on YouTube as I humanly possibly can be, and this is it. This is me bearing my soul to you guys
I believe
to
it.
explain the changes here on YouTube and the changes in my life over the past couple of months. But the reality of it is, this is just how it is. Every therapist I've ever had would call this recovery. I'm super glad to be here. Now, whether you continue to watch my content on YouTube or not, and I certainly hope that you do, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to consider this. Life is short, and it's very, very hard. We're born into this world with a guaranteed amount of pain, but joy we have to create, and what little joy we get, we have to learn to love. So join me in concentrating on the good stuff in your life and set aside all those little internet battles that we all enjoy every single day, and instead focus on the really good stuff. Even if you don't have a lot of good stuff, the less of it there is, the more important it is. So yes,
very wise.
It's very easy.
King.
It's very easy to see why people were so actively able to believe that this guy was the Mr. Rogers of the internet, right? When this is his whole act of being like, no, we should focus on the good things and be happy. Because it's like, it's oats. It's nice, warm oats. It's yummy. It's inoffensive.
That's a really good way to put it. Yep. Yeah, I agree.
So you innately want to believe that, hey, this guy's saying nice things and he's funnily fat. He must be a good guy. Because we've all been trained by Santa propaganda to believe that fat, jolly
Santa.
men, they're always honest.
They're always working for me.
No, that's stupid. But regardless, like...
What's stupid?
That whole analogy or whatever.
No, that's a great. Santa analogy is perfect.
Santa and oats, fine. We're sticking with that.
Yep.
Boogie
Santa and oats.
Boogie did end up addressing these exact... I already said that. Oh, yeah. So in September of 2014, Boogie would get his first proper taste of fan backlash in his YouTube career. So this is his first backlash, right? So everything before, the WWF wrestler, that kind of stuff wasn't really even backlash. I'm sure there was like one comment and he hyper fixated on that with his thick skin and decided to, go on about it in the way that he did. But this was real backlash. If you're unfamiliar with the Gamergate drama, and yes, we are going to be talking about Gamergate. That's something you know about, right?
I mean, I'm dimly aware of it.
I think
I was not there.
You know about it more than I do, probably, because it's like...
Do I?
Probably, yeah.
No chance. Are you serious?
Yeah, this has become a running kind of gag in other podcasts that I'm on, but like I do not know anything about Gamergate. I know broadly that it started because like ethics in video games journalism or something to do with like women that were sleeping with video game developers or something like that, and then the video game audience getting up in arms about that.
So unofficial, they're like law experts on it, are they?
Who?
Okay, on the official podcast.
No. I don't know how much they know about it either, but I definitely know the least. That's just...
Okay, well, I don't know how you can know that if you don't know how much they know.
I just don't know anything about it. I don't know the details. Like, I know that there's
so
a
you were
woman,
lying, weren't you, Jackson?
Anita Sarkeesian, and something...
Okay, you already automatically know more than I do. I know that there was a woman that slept her way into getting good reviews, and then that basically resulted in Trump getting elected.
Okay. Maybe I do know more about it than you.
Or maybe I know the most.
If you're unfamiliar with the Gamergate drama that took place across the internet in 2014 and 2015, which is both of us, it was essentially an online movement which criticized the portrayal of women in video games, leading to extremely heated online arguments. There were many factors involved, but it was primarily sparked by Anita Sarkeesian, a feminist media critic who made a video series where she analyzed depictions of women in games. The two opposing sides of the argument was the contemporary fourth wave feminist movement. You've heard of them. You love them. They're here to stay. They were critical of the objectification of women in video games and vocal alt-right groups who argued that SJWs, my mind is glazing over right now over all of these terms.
Yeah. Hey, Jughead, did you hear? It's a very 2016 conversation, isn't it?
Who argued that SJWs were unnecessarily politicizing gaming culture. The hard stances on either side of the argument was incredibly animated and extended into the real world, with a horrendous amount of doxing and threats of physical and sexual violence occurring, primarily perpetrated by the aggressive far-right side. Having his YouTube channel so deeply embedded in video game news, Boogie, of course, had to weigh in on the topic.
You got it. Of course you do.
Was weigh in a joke? Was he's fat? Was that?
Maybe, actually. And what a joke it is. Very well done.
Yeah. Claps all around. That's the red thread way. He initially made a petition on change.org. Oh, God.
Here we go. Guys, it's time to get active. And that's
head.
coming from a fat guy.
We gotta stop. We're gonna get gamergated. He initially made a petition on change.org about the movement before then making a video in early September where he mentioned Gamergate for the first time directly and expressed disappointment that the diverse gaming community was being generalized by the media as misogynistic white men due to the controversy. Let's have a look.
And that's particularly frustrating because right now there is a war going on, one that's kind of secret, not a lot of people are talking about. You'll see it trending a bit on Twitter. You'll see it talked about a little bit.
I'm just going to clarify before this. So this was filmed September 4th. He had been weighing in on this on Twitter pretty actively from like August 30th. So this was about 6 days after Gamergate broke, and he was tweeting about it a lot even before then. And of course, the petition was posted earlier as well. I think 2 days earlier, September 2nd. I'm going to read through the petition right now. It says, "Please stop the hate." It's got 10,000 supporters, so he posted it to his Twitter. It says, "Gamers believe that everyone, no matter what gender, sexual orientation, ethnicity, or religion, has the right to play games, criticize games, and make games without getting harassed or threatened. It is the diversity of our community that allows games to flourish. Capitalization is only strong point. When we see threats of violence or harm in comments on Steam, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, or Reddit, we always take a minute to report them on the respective sites. Whenever we see hateful, harassing speech, take a public stand against it and make the gaming community a more enjoyable space to be in. We are asking indie developers, AAA developers, and other folks to stop branding gamers as neckbearded." That's the issue.
Dude, nothing better than a neckbeard feeling personally victimized. Hey? It's great.
Fucking victim status. We are asking indie developers, AAA developers, and other folks to stop branding gamers as neckbearded, misogynistic, hate-fueled, ignorant, homophobic idiots. While hate exists in all demographics, gamers are no exception. However, like most demographics, most gamers are kind, open-hearted, good-hearted, and love our fellow gamers. Stop the hate. So Boogie obviously taking a valiant stand, as he is known to do, fighting for the rights of all gamers
I've
out
never
there.
heard a fence-sitting petition. It's incredible.
Oh, please. This is the most fence-sitting opinion ever. There's two warring sides right here, and he's basically sitting in the middle going, "Guys, please, let's just calm down."
I know. It's
both
remarkable.
right.
Yes,
right.
yeah, you're both right. But also, just this sort of like, let's petition for this.
What is the petition for? I don't understand it. Did this go to the government? Like what?
Yeah, I'd really like to know. God, that was a really weird one, wasn't it?
The decision maker, who it's labeled to, is just the gaming industry in general. So this is like the most, it's a waiting response too. I guess they didn't get back to him about it. 15 years in, the gaming industry did not reply to this petition. What does it even mean, Boogie? You're petitioning the entire gaming industry.
So weird.
All right, let's hear it.
To make its appearance in gaming media. And that's what's really frustrating. Because that gaming media is beginning to brand us as woman-hating, racist, homophobic, ableist, neckbeard pieces of shit. Just because you happen to like video games. And it's killing me inside to watch this happen.
Because they hit the nail on the head for me.
So if you happen to be a person of color, if you happen to be a woman, if you happen to be disabled, if you happen to be, or even if you just happen to be a white cis male who has no hate in their heart, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to leave a comment on this video below and let the gaming industry know.
Yes, engage with my video. It will solve the issue. Please leave comments and also show your support for it by leaving a like. Maybe subscribe too.
See, again, there's like an innocence to it though, because it's honestly like I feel like YouTube audiences would be far too savvy for this shit in this day and age.
Now, yeah, but back then it would have
been
been like
interesting historical go back into. I'm loving this, Jackson. Sorry, continue on though. But this is great.
Oh my god, I'm not
because I just
hateful.
completely forgot about it.
Here's a comment. This is the time period just to set ourselves back. I'm not hateful. I think everyone is awesome, except Nickelback. I just don't like Nickelback.
Yeah, very, very cool. Now that's a fence-sitting position to know. You know what? Fuck that. That's something that I actually stand out. Nickelback's not that bad. Fuck everyone.
I agree.
Because they
I
just
used to love
immediately
Nickelback.
just went like, this band sucks. And it's like, yeah, okay. It's kind of like McDonald's of music.
what
but
the
like,
fuck?
whatever. Like, who cares? Huh?
This one took me by surprise. This is just so blunt. I like all people in the gaming community, except Jews.
Yeah. Well, sometimes the internet's always the internet, eh?
Yeah, some things never
Some
change.
things never change. Some things never go out of style.
Also, I love whenever nerds try to relate like real life things to their favorite fiction. Quote,
no, please.
This reminds me of what Isolde said about the Nords discrimination
Oh,
of the
for
Khajiit
fuck's
in
sake.
Skyrim.
No!
Quote, they don't trust them because many of them pick up thievery and skooma dealing, a few bad apples to spoil the bunch, end quote. Jeez, I thought I'd never use this quote for a comment or to make a point. Fucking, how to devalue?
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't.
How to devalue your entire political stance? It's like whenever fucking people use like Star Wars and stuff like at protests and stuff. It's always so fucking cringe.
So cringe.
We are the rebellion, guys. These things should be serious.
Yeah. It's very much like, you know, having a Guy Fawkes mask in this day and age or something, isn't it?
It's just fucking awful. It's so
Awful.
cringe.
So cringe.
I mean, because these things should be serious, and to show that you are you can't rationalize reality without comparing it to fictional worlds that you spend a lot of time in. It shows just a level of disconnection, I think, which is like, why would we ever listen to your political opinions if you're talking about the political
in the words
system in
of
Skyrim?
Yoda. Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
very cool.
311 is where he continues talking about stuff.
And that the people that are being generalized right now, the people who are being harassed, the people who are being whatever, two wrongs never make a right.
Mm-hmm.
Never generalize.
Say it, Boogie.
Never minimalize a group.
Except Jews.
Specifically, a group as beautiful and as loving and as diverse as the gaming community, as gaming culture. And yes, we've got our bad apples. And yes, we have a lot of lessons to learn. And yes, just like
exactly, Boogie, just like Isolde said about the Nords discrimination of the Khajiit in Skyrim. A few bad apples to spoil the bunch. You are absolutely
the rest of
right.
the world, we have a lot of issues that need to be peeled back and fixed. But to single me out, to single you out, just because you happen to like video games is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And has to stop today.
And you say he's a fence sitter?
That no fence sitting here with Boogie. Not when it comes to gamers and the vilification of said gamers. It's too much. Boogie takes issue with that generalization.
Stop!
He takes issue with that generalization, citing it as unfair to label gamers in such a way. However, as we would come to find eventually, this label would come to aptly describe Boogie
himself. How
this
ironic.
was eventually followed by copious amount of tweeting, something that Boogie is quite prolific for. So I've on the screen right now. These are all the comments or tweets, whatever you want to call them, about Boogie between November 2014. Yeah, it's basically while Gamergate was happening. It's all these tweets about Gamergate, and as you can see, there are a lot of them. And this is just with tweets with the word Gamergate in them. This is how much he was tweeting about it at the time. So there were probably a bunch of other tweets as well that didn't have Gamergate in the tweet that was still about Gamergate. But I mean, look at him. There's so many of them. So he was tweeting a lot about Gamergate. He's just like I said, he's a prolific tweeter. Did you know he has 110,700 tweets, which from since 2009, so that would average a staggering 6,600 tweets per year, 550 tweets per month, and around 18 tweets per day, or said another way, once every 80 minutes if he didn't sleep at all. So, prolific tweeter is...
That's always a bad sign of someone's mental health, I reckon.
Agreed.
Like if they're chronically tweet, there's no chance that they're like a put together human being.
Over 16 years as well. That's crazy. I think I tweet like maybe once every 6 months. If that.
When you have to say something.
Yeah,
like Boogie said about gaming. When Jackson needs to make a stand to defend the gamer community.
Finally.
That's when he comes out and fires up X.
He would also, don't call it X, he would also go on to rant about the topic on Tumblr as well, where he says, quote, on Gamergate and my role in it. Over the past few days, I've had to defend myself for my use of the Gamergate hashtag, as well as my role in the entire thing. I thought it would be nice to do that publicly here. First, it was suggested that I denounce the people who would harass Zoe Quinn, especially her ex-boyfriend, and anyone else he got to harass this person. I absolutely denounce him, but I won't stop there. It is fucking disgusting the behavior some people have displayed, whether it's trolling or doxing or harassing on Twitter or Twitter baiting or anything else. It's despicable. Anyone who has participated in these activities absolutely is welcome to go fuck themselves. Yes, he's taking a stand. Some more stands from Boogie. So he was making a Tumblr post as well. He then also made a follow-up post video shortly after this where he explained that due to the extreme actions that some people were taking around the Gamergate movement, he was stepping away from it and wasn't going to talk about it anymore to avoid being associated with the extremists and to not risk him and his family being targeted by them. So basically, he spent like 2 weeks talking about Gamergate, hyping it up, doing petitions, ranting about it everywhere, and then the heat started to hit him, and he's like, I'm not going to talk about that anymore.
So flee you use your slings and arrows if you must. Ah, crap, they actually did it. Yeah.
Here we go. Gaming channel that you guys don't necessarily feel like watching. But that's why I did the PT demo. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the demo. I got a good jump scare out of it or two, and I wanted to share that with you. I like games, and I like the fact that a lot of you do like games. Not a lot of you do, and that's okay. That's probably the last thing I'll talk about here a little bit. And boy, I don't know if I'm going to get myself in trouble here. But I'm going to do it anyway, because why not?
Yeah, he always does that as well. He always prefaces things that he knows are going to get him shit by saying, I don't know if I should talk about this. Well, here I go. Always. I think he thinks it softens the blow, maybe, or like, I don't know why he does it. That's a weird
movement on the internet called Gamergate. And this movement has turned out to be pretty sour. And a lot of people are now billing it as a kind of, as a fairly abusive, a very harassing movement. I was discussing that quite a bit on Twitter this last couple of weeks, and I will not be talking about it anymore, and I talked about that on Twitter as to why. And it basically comes down to being associated with a lot of people who would do a lot of really crappy things. Means that I had to hit the eject button. I did not want that either you to associate me with people that would harass somebody or do terrible things, or to harass myself. But that said,
yeah, but remember, guys, Boogie will fight on your side. He will take a stand
to the death.
To the death. Remember
that. He got some negative tweets. No,
I can't, you guys understand. I just can't be associated with this.
I will die for this. I will not receive negative blowback on Twitter.
That's where I draw the line.
A fate worse than death.
Directly connect myself with that group necessarily anymore. I do plan to continue to make videos about some of the very important issues that were brought up during this thing, including integrity on YouTube, integrity on journalistic reviews and journal.
All right, we don't need to hear any more about.
I love how important they think game reviews are.
Oh, I know. Such a serious thing to talk about.
Yes.
Whether that person's 9 out of 10 for Skyrim was really earned. Fuck off. They're fucking numbers. Who cares? You go fucking play it for yourself and figure out.
Yeah, isn't that incredible? Yeah. 9? This is an 8.5. Integrity matters.
Yeah, so he basically says that he doesn't want to risk him and his family being targeted by the harassers that he
I am
chose.
very scared.
Yeah.
Like, it's incredible. Like, he is just a walking encyclopedia of all internet tropes. He invented them all, I'm telling you.
Despite this, as an example of a character trait that would go on to define Boogie, he's tweeting about Gamergate didn't end, and he was back just a week later, directly talking on video about Gamergate in contradiction to what he had just said the week prior. Though his dialogue was now... Wait, so yeah, I have some pictures here. This video where he says, I'm going to stop talking about Gamergate, guys, now. It's getting really serious. All right? It's just too much heat. This was posted on September 12th. I have pictures here from September 15th, 14th even, just 2 days later where he's still tweeting. Here's some examples of the tweets. He says, quote, I see plenty of people still using the hashtag Gamergate tag to promote kindness, equality, and of course integrity. Proud of those gents and gals. And then another tweet. Damn, I absolutely love Jim Sterling's video on this whole Gamergate video. Another tweet the same day. Quote, I am proud to be one of the few people to get shit on from both sides of hashtag Gamergate. Good times, end quote. So he didn't stop tweeting about Gamergate, obviously, and he also didn't stop painting himself as a giant victim.
He's getting fire from both sides, so he must be doing something right.
Yeah, he's
a walking cliche. It's incredible.
Painting himself as a victim.
Yep.
Because he won't shut up.
Because he is. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jackson.
But yes, okay, so here's the video of just a week later. He returns to the battlefield.
Right now, gamers are being represented by the handful of crazy, crappy people that I've just described. And that's just the way that they're going to tell the story. And that's why you and I have to lead by example. It's hard to admit that right now there are some gamers who are real assholes, and unfortunately they're representing us. And
so remember, he went from saying initially, a game is a diverse group of kind-hearted, loving people. I'm tired of the media portraying them to be hateful and ignorant. A week later, now he's flipped to the other side, and all in a way of like balancing the scale, basically. Now he's fence sitting, for lack of a better term, and taking the defensive route of appealing to the other side now and being like, hey, you guys might be right. There might be some bad gamers out there, actually, now that I think about it.
No matter how much we beg them or tell them not to do it, they're going to continue doing their Twitter attacks and their Facebook attacks. They're going to continue their hacking attempts.
Well, this strategy never works, by the way, because now you've just fucking angered the other side as well. And now you're going to get shit from both sides.
Yeah, it's better to just pick one.
It's
That's
just
why the new strategy is that.
If you're gonna, if you start by picking a side, you're better to just stick with that side, obviously. Once you fence it, you've just pissed off both sides.
Yeah.
If you're gonna fence it, you go in fence sitting. So you appeal to the fence sitters.
Well, I suppose this was sort of like, Gamergate was sort of the beginning of ultra, for lack of a better word, I hate this word, but toxicity on the internet, where it really was down the line. And that's kind of just been the template ever since.
Yeah.
So this already became extinct, and he's a dinosaur trying to adapt to a new age here.
Attempts, they're going to continue their bomb threats and their death threats because that's just what assholes do. But the majority of us are not assholes. Then, of course, there are some of us.
All right, we don't need to hear any more of that. So yeah, his dialogue was more in an attempt to promote civility and kindness amid all of the anger and extremism. From the perception of the gaming community he had initially taken the side of, Boogie was now taking a decidedly more centrist stance on the whole issue, expressing sympathy to those who were being doxxed and attacked, and calling for peace and discussion instead of hostility. Where were you during the Great War of 2014? When battle lines were drawn? I'm so glad I'm so glad I missed all of this.
Yeah, me too. Oh God, I'm glad. I honestly feel like I would have been a much worse person if I didn't.
Oh, such an unserious fucking thing. This wasn't well received, obviously, compounded by the fact that Boogie seemingly couldn't help himself from inserting himself into the topic at any opportunity. Though he was hoping that this leveled approach would remove himself from the crossfire, he was unfortunately mistaken. Both Boogie and Dez began receiving death threats from people online, as well as having their address doxed. He followed this up with a now deleted video soon after talking about the experience. I'm not going to show a clip from that, but yeah, basically he talks about how he was doxed. Of course, these attacks from this extremist minority were massive overreactions, and most of Boogie's community favored him and provided words of support. However, there was still a growing minority who were beginning to feel like his self-described softer approach was more so out of fear of alienating anyone in the audience. So again, it's possible that Boogie lied about receiving death threats from people to paint himself as a victim so that he could, have that victim status so that the heat would die down and he'd galvanize his fan base's support of him, basically. Because, of course, when a creator puts out a video that says, guys, I'm getting death threats and I'm getting doxxed right now, of course, that galvanizes the audience base into a defensive stance where they kind of are more willing to defend you. And Boogie has had a habit of lying about these kinds of things. But I am actually inclined to believe him in this situation, since Gamergate was such a dox-heavy, death threat-heavy situation. I do believe that he probably did get death threats and doxed due to him putting himself into this situation. So that's my take. I kind of believe that it did happen. So it's up to you, though. Although he had said numerous times before that he doesn't want to offend people, right here, for example.
I think I did a good job. I didn't want to be offensive. I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I know a lot of Catholics and a lot of other religious non-Catholics watch my channel, so I don't want...
Why is this guy talking about religion and Catholics and stuff?
I respect religion.
It's a fat guy.
You know what he is? You know what he is? This is actually like a perfect analogy through politics, I think. There was a point in politics where you had like a Clinton character that was like, I want to move across the aisle. I want to make sure that America is not always partisan, but we can move together, and that type of person. And then it's obviously just been taken out by Trump, which is just like, I'm taking a civil war. Half the country needs to go. Like that's what happened on YouTube, but like in a much quicker span of time.
I'm just laughing at the fact that this guy got famous for diving into a pool in slow motion over 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I hard cut to this, and he's talking about his opinions on Catholicism.
Here's my views on religion. Yeah.
Very serious. This position still wasn't sitting right with some viewers. There was also some dissent from some that Boogie was starting to play the victim card more and more, which seemed to prompt Boogie into another video discussing online harassment.
Playing the victim card, yeah.
Oh no, my trap card.
So this video isn't about me. If you're the kind of detractor who wants to say, oh, Boogie's playing the victim card again, he just fat piece of shit wants attention. I'm used to hearing it. The usual. This video isn't about me, but it's about all these people I talk to and everybody else who won't talk about it. I've realized something on the internet, that online harassment is a universal thing. Every man, woman, and child that creates a presence on the internet will eventually endure online harassment.
So sad. Although he didn't strictly address these critics, this was the beginning of a trend for Boogie, as addressing criticisms against him via his YouTube channel would become increasingly common in the coming years. This video was also uploaded shortly after Boogie had uploaded a now deleted video just 4 days before titled, quote, "Where does my loyalties lie in #Gamergate?" Where he clarified...
You gotta pick a side, Boogie.
Well, let's find out. Where he clarified that his stance was that he, quote, represents his own side, pro-consumer and anti-bullying, end quote. This routine of uploading videos defending his position...
Bullying, such a lame position.
Defending his position, if you want to call it that, before then deleting them at the first sign of pushback, would only go on to become more prevalent as time went on, fueled by Boogie's inability to not comment on topics. Despite this rough patch, Boogie ended the year of 2014 strong. He had another consistent year of growth for his channel overall, and while at the end of the year, it had landed him in the most drama he had experienced in his career so far, he still ended the year with over 2 million subscribers. He was also invited to present the category for Trending Gamers at the Game Awards alongside fellow YouTuber iJustine in December.
Yay, my girl.
She re-enters the limelight. Unfortunately for Steven, this slight turn away from his fan base was just the tip of the iceberg for what was to come. As longtime fans were remaining steadfast and dedicated to Steven's milquetoast fence sitting and signature brand of sketch-related comedy.
How can you be dedicated to milquetoast fence?
Well, I mean, they didn't see it as that, obviously. That's my editorializing, but basically,
Jackson,
like,
I thought this was supposed to be an analysis.
Unbiased.
All right. Yeah. Okay. There we go. You've been Dr. Marks. I thought better of you. Where's your apology video?
His signature brand of sketch-related comedy, other individuals in the wider YouTube community were beginning to notice telltale signs that something, well, wasn't quite honest about Boogie.
Ooh.
While Boogie enjoyed the success of the early 2010s, neither his detractors nor he himself could have expected what the next decade would bring. For the scale of his rise only made the gravity of his fall that much more devastating. Next time on The Weight of It All, the fall of Boogie2988. A gastric bypass that was supposed to save his life and the backslide that proved the problem was never just physical. A divorce that shattered the internet's favorite love story, and a man who couldn't keep his story straight about why. A take on the Holocaust so bad that it made everyone agree on something for once. A sordid and hidden relationship with a woman half his age that would come to confirm the suspicions of his audience, and a warning shot fired from a front porch that echoed around the internet. That's next time on The Weight of It All, the fall of Boogie2988. Thank you everyone for watching. You can head on over to official.men for a 7-day free trial with bonus content like our After Dark series, where we continue talking for about an hour after recording, so you can hear that. All available over at official.men, 7-day free trial over there right now. So you can get 7 day, you can try it for free, see if you like it, and then hopefully stick around. But if you don't, I totally understand, guys.
But please don't unsubscribe.
Yeah, please don't unsubscribe, guys. I will fight for your right to unsubscribe, but please don't.
But please don't.
Yeah, please go check that out. I would really appreciate it. It supports the show a lot, obviously. It really does make it all possible. So thank you very much. Also, Jordan, we've got a special video up there right now that people can watch. You and I over in Japan in a little town called Ino, UFO village. Unique video, let's say. It's us exploring the town. A lot of people, all the members who have seen it already, love it. So,
Oh, do they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
So please
thank
go.
God, that is really good news. I did not know that.
Hey, the video's great.
Thank you. This is much of a reveal. The video is great. I'm just very happy that people like it.
Yeah, if you want to go see us exploring a Japanese village in the snow while we try to find aliens, that's over at official.men right now. 7-day free trial. Use that 7-day free trial and you can watch it right now.
And if you don't like it, I respect your right and will defend your right not to like it.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon for the next episode of The Weight of It All, the fall of Boogie2988. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.